Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to the Madden 25 2012 franchise sim. And this is taking place right after that Super Bowl that we just commentated. It was 2 episodes ago, I guess, if we're talking episodes, but that was very fun. Texans won over the Saints. So, we're just going to continue doing what we're doing. So, right now I'm controlling the Saints, but not actually. I'm just using the Saints as my de facto team so we could watch the Super Bowl. So we're just going to continue. And we're going to see some interesting things. First off, it says Cam Newton not coming back to the Panthers. Keep in mind, he did not. This isn't like. I don't know. Never mind. Yeah, he's not going to be there anymore. Same thing with Alshon Jeffrey. If you missed it, Jared Cook, Titans legend in this franchise. Aaron Rodgers and Geno Atkins all retire. Same thing with Ndamukong Suh, Matt Ryan. Besides the point, I'm going to hop over to free agency. So we want to see what is going to happen here for the AFC, specifically AFC South teams. As we're, on year, I think we're on sim year 12. No, sim year, hold on. Where are we at with this? I actually don't remember. We're in 2034. So, I don't know. I'm only 9 years in. I'm confused. Anyways, I swear we're further in than that. Are we not? Hold on. So we started, 2024. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the 11th year here. That was year 10, apparently. I just can't count, apparently. That's fine. This works. Either way, we're seeing what is going down here. I'm really even not gonna look at the the mock draft 5. I think just to keep it a little bit of a surprise to see who gets drafted and to where. And we're just going through and seeing who gets signed here and to where. Pat McAfee going to the Giants to join Jake Locker. I'm assuming he's still there. Maybe not, though. We will see. Just one moment here. Baker Mayfield moving. Jake Locker, now a Colt. Very interesting. So Jake Locker, as you know, was a Titan, a longtime Titan. And then he left the Titans last season to go to New York Giants, and he wasn't very good when he played. But now he's going to the division rival Colts, which is very interesting because they've had Hilla Voodoo. I know you're not happy about it. I am very surprised by it because it is a kind of just a step in the same direction, from Kirk Cousins to Jake Locker. Also, sorry if you can hear my cat scratching at her litter box right now because that is always what she has to do whenever I'm recording now, apparently. But no, it is very interesting. Jake Locker. We'll see if I would hope that they still. Yeah, we do. But I hope that that doesn't stop the Colts from taking a QB. I mean, he is a mentor, so it's still like definitely doable. But you guys, oh, well, you have Trey Lance, right? I forgot. So we'll see if I don't know. Are they gonna start Trey Lance? I would hope so. I feel like he needs to at this point. We see Josh Freeman as a Giant, Andy Dalton's a Patriot now, Sam Darnold is a Brown, Davis Webb is actually a good quarterback. All right, nothing really other than the Jake Locker signing is interesting there. And Saquon does leave in free agency from the Texans, who just won the Super Bowl, to go to the Eagles, just like in real life. So that's pretty interesting. That 82 speed is still just absolutely insane, but sure. James Conner is a Patriot now. Matt Breida is a Chief. Anything else like interesting? Rock Thomas is now a Texan. Sure. Voodoo says, these Colts are starting Jake Locker so they can cruise to another 5-12 season and draft another receiver, and that is true. They need the Odell Beckham replacement at some point, Voodoo. Yeah, Rock Thomas is a Texan, so that's the Saquon replacement, I guess. No, they have J.J. and he's been good. So, Corey Clements is now a Titan. Amir Abdullah also a Texan now. Philip Lindsay is now a Titan. Very interesting. I'm seeing we're getting some more activity from our AFC South teams this time around. Eric Watts, a Bill. D.D. Westbrook is an Eagle going with Saquon. That might be a tough team. Zay Jones going to the Giants. I feel like the Giants have so many people. Shelton Gibson, I think. I can't remember who he played for. We need to check that because I recognize his name. Was he a Giant? Not a Giant. Was he a Saint? No, he was in Indy. That's what I thought. Okay. So I think that was their third receiver. Shelton Gibson heads over to the Falcons along with Amara Darboh. DJ Moore, nowhere near as good as he is in real life, but still heading to the Jags. So I'll take it. That's like the first Jags signing in a while, so I'll take it. DJ Moore and Kendrick Bourne stocking up on receivers, looks like. Damn, they silenced River Craycraft. I wonder if he's also DeWolf's love child. OJ Howard is a Colt. That is a very interesting pickup. Voodoo, I feel like you'll like this one to continue the lineage of great tight ends for you. I mean, look at how good OJ Howard looks, man. He's pretty much good at everything. Yeah, he's pretty good. That's a good pickup for the Colts. Get some more weapons for Jake Locker or Trey Lance. Dude, I forgot about Thomas Duarte. Oh my god. Forgot about him. Garrett Bowles is a Falcon. Lane Johnson's a Raven. Anyone else really interesting here for our teams? Nope. Guard, Rodney Hudson. Oh, Xavier Suafilo. I believe he was a Jag to start with. Yes, so we just let him walk free agency and then we re-sign him. So bring him back. So that's good. Nothing else at guard. Center, Nick Martin's really good. The Giants have unlimited money, apparently. They're just signing all these good players. Ryan Kelly, solid center, is a Titan. I forget if he was already there or not, to be honest. No. So, interesting. He was at the Giants, of course, and then now he is a Titan. Seems like a lot of players are switching between those two teams. No Texans... big signings, at least. Like, you some backup running backs. What class is coming up? I think this is the Trevor Lawrence one. So that's 2023. Then yes, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I think it's 2023. Yeah, it has Stingley, Sauce Gardner. I don't remember. All the year. I'm not good with draft class years, honestly, but. Yeah. Besides the point, yeah, we'll see when we get into the draft, I guess. Right guard, Tyler Catalina to the Jaguars, building up the O-line again. Trying to get back to the early days for this Jags team. Larry Allen Jr. It's a Titan. Sure, it's a backup. Nate Solder going back to the Patriots for real this time. Former Colts legend going to the Ravens. Ben Ijalana. I don't know how to pronounce his name still, but he's a Raven. He's still pretty good, honestly. Vladimir Ducas or Ducas. Lester Cotton. I don't remember. What position did he play? Vladimir Ducas was on the Saints O-line in that Super Bowl loss. So it's probably for the best that he's gone. Guard. Is he right guard? So I don't remember. I don't remember Lester Cotton personally. Matt Gano is a Texan? Sure. Oh, right. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, oh, there he is. He goes to the Niners, CJ's favorite team. Very nice. Defensively, Marcus Davenport, I think, was already a Jag to begin with. Can't remember. No, I'm wrong. He is now a Jag after being a Bengal. And then, yeah, he was a Bengal. They just changed teams halfway through his career. But sure, we'll take him. Seems like Jaguars are much more active than they have been. And that's a pretty good pickup there. Taven Bryan, 82 overall D tackle going to the Colts. He is not strong at all, but he is a very good just player otherwise, honestly. So, should be a good pickup for him. Let's see, where did he play before? He was in Minnesota, Chargers for a year. Yeah, the Colts are actually, I feel like the whole AFC South, other than the Texans, are really making a bunch of bigger moves than they have been. I mean, Texans don't really have to as much with the fact that they went to the Super Bowl and won, but it is nice to see. Matt Ioannidis going to the Jags. Cool. Chargers signed like 4,000. That was the Rams and Chargers. They're just very similar colors. Colts to the Super Bowl. We will see. Certainly we will see. Wouldn't hate it because I would like to commentate another Super Bowl. Melvin Ingram is a Jag. Sure. Lorenzo Carter also a Jag. Why does he have 72 speed? That also feels very criminal for Lorenzo Carter. That's true. I feel like we should do if we get interdivisional playoff games, we should maybe commentate on those, because I think that's even more interesting to a certain degree. Brian Cushing, former Texan, who was just on the Super Bowl winning Texans team, heading to Minnesota after a long tenured career, 10, 11-year career. He signed a 1-year deal to Minnesota. That's a tough loss for the Texans. So we'll see how they replace him. Probably through the draft. And what else we got? Anything? Corner, Joe Hayden's still around. Okay. Titans, Fabian Moreau. Okay. Sure. Anyone else? Ton of Panther corners here. Free safety, nothing. Strong safety, Dayon Buchanan. Man, what a like 4-year period where he was just like a really nice user in Madden. Nothing at safeties. Rodrigo Blankenship going to the Chiefs. And I saw this one already, but Pat McAfee going to the Giants. Seems like everyone going there. Obviously, left Indy a couple years ago, went to the Jags for a year, and then went to the Chargers for a year. But now he is a Giant. He's just getting passed around here. Why are the Bucks signing so many punters? They have 3. Chaz Henry, Sam Martin, Sean Powell. Raiders also signing a bunch for some reason. But that looks like that is the classes there. I think Colts and Jags definitely pretty active. Titans relatively active. And then Texans only really getting some depth. But they don't really need too many, to be honest. I guess I can look at the class itself without looking at the mock drafts. Yeah, this is the one after. Is this 2022? Yeah, no, they are. They are running the double punter thing, like Saints did with the kickers. But I think this is 2022. Trayvon Walker. I'm again yes, it is. Okay, it's a 2022 class. So I forget where Trevor Lawrence went last year, to be honest. I'd have to look. Let me look real quick because I am really interested. And I don't know why I don't remember. Oh god, I forgot Carson Wentz is here. Yeesh. Let's do alphabetically. Trevor Lawrence is a 49er. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, Carson Wentz jump scare. Indeed. Truly is a jump scare. All right, let's head to the draft here. It's exciting. This is the most eventful offseason in terms of getting players for the AFC South. Usually it's just been losing players. But let's head in and see what the AFC South is going to do. All right. So, only issue is, and I'll have to probably go back to, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably just going to sim pick by pick from here on out because I forgot the Jags are no longer controlled by users, so that's kind of an issue. But besides the point, Colts pick is up here at pick 5. Voodoo, since you're here in the chat, who do you want the Colts to pick up with this pick? I'll show you the draft board. Got, some really good corners. Got Kyle Hamilton, it's a good pick. Some good receivers to add to Odell. You did lose your receiver 3. Jordan Davis. Linderbaum. You go Kenny Pickett. Yeah, Sauce, that makes sense. I think you couldn't go wrong with either of those 2 corners, to be honest. But let's see what the Colts decide to do here. They will take Sauce Gardner. There you go. Just as you wanted. And Sauce is going to Indianapolis. And the Titans here, right after. I'm assuming they're going to go Derek Stingley, but let's see what they do here. They do. So that's going to be a really nice corner storyline battle in the division. I'm going to just have to go one by one to go to the Jags pick so I can make it interesting. Yes, the Wolf, it is. This is the same. This is the season, off season right after your Super Bowl win. So we will see who you end up taking. Jaguars. Who's on the board? Who do I want the Jaguars to take? Kyle Hamilton would be nice. Either that or I don't know. Maybe, honestly, I don't know. Can I say the number you just said? Not on purpose. If I do it on an accident, that's another thing, but I'm not going to do it on purpose. Jaguars take Kyer Elam. No. I believe he was mocked to the Jags at one point. So that's not ideal to see, but let's go ahead and sim to the Houston pick. All right, I'm the Saints. I forgot. Who did the Saints take? They took somebody. Lewis Seen, okay. All right, Texans, who you taking? Something Robinson. Who was it? I couldn't see the name because it goes so fast. Wandale. Interesting. He's not a bad receiver. Yeah, maybe Kyrie will have a good run with the Jags. Maybe. Let's just sim to the end of the draft and we'll see how our draft classes look here. I will say I think the Colts and Texans are going to be looking solid here. I do think Wandale ain't bad, but DeWolf, I don't know if you were here for it. Brian Cushing has left in free agency to be a Viking, so your middle linebackers are a little lacking at the moment. So we'll see if maybe you guys drafted another middle linebacker or not. Start down with the Texans since you're here. Wandale is the first pick. Nicholas Petit Frere, real life Titan. Yes, the Colts also got Jake Locker, Terrell Bernard, Myjay Sanders, and James Mitchell. It's a pretty underwhelming draft after the first round for you, the Wolf. But, I mean, still really good roster. Titans got Derek Stingley, Arnold Ebiketie, who is currently in my Tokyo Samurais franchise. Jalen Petrie, also going to the Titans. Brandon Smith, Marcus McKeithen, Eric Johnson II, and Vidarian Lowe. I would say pretty good draft from the Titans here. They got some really good value here. Check on the Colts. Obviously, Sauce. Quay Walker probably would have been a good pick for DeWolf, but that's a nice pickup. Martin Emerson as well, building up the running back group. And then continuing the Spiller bloodline, even though I don't think they're related. Isaiah Spiller, possibly the future of this Colts franchise. Damon Clark, Justin Schaefer, and Jordan Jackson. Yeah, I'd say Colts definitely have the best draft so far. Titans close second of the division. And Jags, yeah, that's fair. No O-line is scary there. Kyer Elam, he's a good overall. He'll probably develop decently, but still. Josh Paschal, DeMarvin Leal, Steelers legend, not really. David Bell, Damari Mathis, Montrell Washington, and Matt Henningsen. Sure. Why not? Let's see, who else? What other notable ones? Jamison Williams going to the Lions like he does in real life. Jordan Davis is a Panther. Hutchinson is a Viking. Trayvon Walker is a Brown. McDuffie is a Giant. Breece Hall is a Panther. Evan Neal getting a Patriot. Kenneth Walker to the Niners. Kyle Hamilton, of course, going to the Eagles. Pickens to the Cardinals. Sure. All right. I'm very interested to see how this plays out here. I'm interested. What is up with the Texans linebacker group right now with no Cushing? Jermaine Pratt is currently their only middle linebacker. That is a little concerning. We'll see if they add to it. They do also have Duke Riley, who's a solid off-ball linebacker. He had the pick in the Super Bowl as well. They did draft Bernard. I think they do need more depth on the middle linebacker spot, though. So we will see how that all plays out. We'll sim to mid-season and check out the standings for the AFC South. Right, mid-season, here we go. Hall of Fame class, by the way, Aaron Rodgers, Julio Jones, and Geno Atkins. Which, again, another little thing that annoys me with Madden is that the Hall of Fame inductions don't make sense because they just retired. So I get it, they're trying to do something, like to at least show, like, oh yeah, you know, but it'd be nice if they went into like a pool of players, like there was like a cutoff with the legacy score. And it's like it went into a pool of players, and it's like, okay, 5 years down the line, like in real life, when they're actually available to go in, then they can do that. But let me get the draft class real quick. We said that was 22, so we're looking for draft class 23. I already have it. No, player legacy is not well represented at all. Well, this is the Bryce Young, CJ Stroud class. Anthony Richardson could go right back to your Colts if you guys decide to suck again. I will say Madden 26 though, I've enjoyed it so far. I do think it is a step up from most recent, like past like 5 or 6 or 7. I shouldn't have done that. But that wasn't on purpose. But Yeah, like past handful of Maddens, it's definitely better. I know, I fucked up. It happens way more than you can imagine. It's crazy. But yeah, so um, I do think Madden 26 is a step up, but I do wish they would fix some of those things. Where it's just like, just make things like make a little bit more sense in terms of those cool standings, like stats and stuff. Like, make it make sense, like to real life. But let's check out the standings for the AFC South and where teams are at. Colts at the top at 4-3. Titans at 3-4. Wow, Super Bowl hangover for the Texans. 2-5 right now. The Jags look like doo doo at 1-5. So, Voodoo, you might be onto something with Colts Super Bowl. It's possible, but this division is not doing their best right now. I do think this is probably the worst this division has looked since we picked up this franchise, to be honest. But let's sim to the playoffs and see how everything works out, and if anything happens with the standings, if maybe the Colts will decide to go 5-12 still. It's possible. I wonder if Jake Locker is leading this, or if this is a Trey Lance led Colts team too. That's also very interesting to me. All right, week 18 is here, and playoffs. Yeah, be very interesting. Saints back in the playoffs, 12-5. Oh my god, the Jaguars. They're in the playoffs. Holy shit. Jaguars somehow turned things around, won the AFC South, and the Colts are not even in the playoffs. No one else is, just the Jaguars. They started at 1-5. What a turnaround. That's crazy. Wow. That is insane. I mean, I need to look that up. Like, when was the last time a team started 1-5 and came back and made the playoffs? So the last one was 2015, the Arizona Cardinals. It's happened a handful of times. But yeah, most recently is the Cardinals 2015. I'm not gonna look at the mock draft because I don't think it's as fun. Why not? Let's see the standings. Dude, Andrew Luck went insane. 10-7. Colts went 8-9, so still a step up from your 5-12s. Texans 8-5. They did all right at that point too. And Titans 7-10. This is honestly what a normal AFC South division looks like. I feel like, yeah, I can't believe the Jaguars went 9-2 in their last 11 games. That's pretty good. Texans falling off is pretty interesting because they lost like Brian Cushing. That was like the big one, and Saquon, and that was like those were like the big two, and Saquon didn't even get utilized that much. So I'm very surprised by the fact that they missed the playoffs entirely. Let's check out the AFC South standings for stats. Andrew Luck, 4,700 yards passing, only 26 touchdowns, 11 picks, but a 74 completion percentage. Lamar had a solid year, 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, 14 picks. Mac Jones, I forgot he's the Titans starter. Oh my god, Trey Lance didn't start. Holy shit. 4,400 yards, 26 touchdowns, 17 picks. Jake Locker probably shouldn't have started. 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 picks, 61 completion percentage. Trey Lance played like a game, barely. Four for 11, a touchdown, 3 picks. I don't know how he managed to throw 3 picks in that span of time. That's pretty impressive. I feel like he's doing exactly what happened in real life. I mean, what? It's week 3. He came in for a little bit and stunk it up crazy. Wow. Maybe you guys were onto something with starting Jake Locker. Maybe you would have been worse off with Trey Lance. Rushing Jai does look like insanely good, but Najee Harris, holy shit, 25 touchdowns on the ground, 1,100 yards rushing. I forgot he was a Jag, to be honest. Josh Jacobs, just under 1,015 touchdowns. And Leonard Fournette, I forgot he's a Colt still. Looked like, I don't know, he didn't get as many carries as I would have thought, but 830 yards, 8 touchdowns. These running backs are looking pretty solid. I am happy about Najee balling out. I mean, I wish he would have done that with the Steelers, but he just didn't. Jake Locker continuing his trend of being a running quarterback for some reason, occasionally. Mac Jones had 8 rushing touchdowns. What the hell? Lynn Bowden getting work over Isaiah Spiller is fun. I mean, did Isaiah, he got 3 carries for 15 yards. Nice. No playoff Lenny. Although Odell still looks insane. 85 for almost 1,400, 16 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb on the Titans, I forgot about that too. 100 catches, almost 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. Henry Ruggs is just so fast, man. 88, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Juju for the Texans, 77 for almost 1,100, 10 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd, 78 for 1,003 touchdowns. Tommy Streeter still doing his thing. Almost 1,007 touchdowns. DJ Moore, new free agent signing, looks pretty solid for the Jags, along with Kendrick Bourne. Aaron Hernandez still doing his thing, honestly, somehow. He had a down year last year. Jerry Jeudy, kind of down year. Jai getting the receiving work just like how DeWolf would want. Although, he got way too many rushing yards with Jai here. Who the hell is Dylan Mitchell, and why is... I don't know, O.J. Howard really didn't get a ton of work, but he wasn't terrible. Odell probably should request a trade, but, you know, he won't. Looks like the Texans still have a offensive line problem here. Titus Howard, 12 sacks. Austin Jackson, 12 sacks. Laremy Tunsil, 11. Derek Sherrod, 10. Isaiah Wynn, 10. I mean... Oh, eight sacks given up from the left guard spot's not good. Sam Cosmi. How did you... Oh, man. I guess he's starting at right tackle for you, probably. Gave up 7. I was going to say, I don't know how that happened. Damn, Will Rackley might be cooked if he's giving up 4 sacks at the center position. That's not good. Tremaine Edmonds led with tackles under 30. Joey Bosa, 21 tackles for a loss. Sacks, 18.5 for JJ. He's still doing his thing. 14 for Nick Bosa, 12 for Emmanuel Ogbah, 11.5 for Davenport. Jarrell Casey, 10.5. Taven Bryan with a pretty good pickup there for Voodoo there. 16 tackles for loss, 10.5 sacks. Leonard Williams, 6 for 10. Wish he could do that in my Samurais franchise. He's not that good. Keem Ayers kind of fallen off a little bit. Still decent. Tillery's doing all right. AJ Epinesa, who's just Adam DeWolf. At this point, that's just who it is. Picks. Ugo Amadi with 4 picks. Eric Rowe with 4 picks. Leads. 3 forced fumbles from Rashaan Evans. 4 recoveries. Had 4 blocks, no safeties. 1 defensive touchdown for Carlton Davis. How are the kickers? While we're here. Oh my God, the Titans kicker, 4 blocked field goals, 1 extra point blocked. Dude, I don't know. How is he a award winner kicker at some point? He's getting, dude, his 70 kick power. Jesus Christ. He's getting destroyed. Matt Prater was the best kicker in the division, but I mean, I don't know. Eddie Pinheiro was okay. Dave Rayner wasn't great. Britton Colquitt, pretty good punter. Continuing your punter punter lineage there. I don't really care about punters. Kick returns, anything crazy. That's no. Didn't expect it. Just to see anything like crazy numbers here. Deshaun Watson leading with touchdowns. Ugly. Jordan Love 26 picks with 33 touchdowns is crazy. Najee led with touchdowns by 9. Justin Jefferson and the Saints. They might go back to the Super Bowl at this rate. I mean, look at Justin Jefferson, man. He's inspirational. Jarvis Landry with 1,700. Bills tackle stinks. Oh my God, Robert Nkemdiche. I forgot about him. He was a bust. And Maurice Hurst, again, another guy in Tokyo Samurai's franchise who cannot do anything. Might win Defensive Player of the Year in the NFC. 8 picks, Byron Jones. More accurate Byron Jones there. All right. Well, I will say, since there's not a chance for a divisional matchup for the Jags, oh my God, Desmond Ridder is the Patriots quarterback. I just saw that. Jesus Christ. We're just going to send to the Super Bowl and hope the Jags make it, because if they do, that would be very exciting, considering they're the only team in the AFC South without a Super Bowl win in this franchise. No, but it is a Saints-Steelers Super Bowl. Saints making their way back after losing last year horribly. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. God, what timeline is this? Also, Cam Newton actually was franchise tagged, it looked like. So, I am happy to see Dwayne Haskins doing well. Saints coming for revenge, and the Steelers dynasty continues. Truly. Coach of the year goes to Mike McDonald on the Commanders. Sure. Dan Campbell is the coach of the Jaguars now. Okay, maybe that's what they needed. AFC D-Hop is the Offensive Player of the Year. Dude, Najee got snubbed. Odell at 4, also probably could have gotten it. J.J. at 6. CeeDee Lamb at 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Von Miller. J.J. Watt, 2. Nick Bosa at 6. Jarrell Casey at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Chris Olave. James Mitchell at 7. Sure. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Nakobe Dean. Jalen Petrie at 4. And Quay Walker at 9. Arnold Ebiketie at 10. But I don't know. I wish corners had a better chance without interception. It'd be cool if they had some way to incorporate like target rate, passer rating towards specific players. Like that's probably way out of EA's ability, but it would be cool. Josh Allen on the Ravens wins QB of the Year. It's crazy how the AFC still has all the same quarterbacks that are all really good in real life. Still have Allen, still have Herbert, still have Mahomes, still have Lamar. Davis Webb, of course. Don't forget Davis Webb and Terrell Pryor. Joe Burrow is still in the AFC. Dude, like, it's crazy. Yeah, no, corners, they don't really have a chance unless they get a ton of picks, which is annoying. Luck at 9. Mac Jones at 10. Davis fucking Webb. What a name. Najee at least won best RB. J.J. at 3. Josh Jacobs at 4. Best receiver D-Hop. Odell at 2. Okay. CeeDee Lamb at 7. Best O-lineman Chase Roulier. Or Roulier. I don't know how to actually pronounce his name. I believe that's a guard or center, maybe. I know he usually was a guard for the Washington football team. Steelers O-line, man. What the hell? Ryan Kelly, Will Rackley at 9 and 10. Best D lineman goes to J.J. Watt. Nick Bosa at 4. Emmanuel Ogbah at 7. Jarrell Casey at 8. Best linebacker goes to Von Miller. Akeem Ayers, Tremaine Edmonds at 5 and 6. Best DB goes to Anthony Brown, probably because he got like 4 picks or something. Eric Rowe at 5. That's it. Best kicker, Dan Bailey. Oh, man, I forgot about Dan Bailey. Cowboys kicker for a little bit. Matt Prater at 4. Eddie Pinheiro at 7. Cool. Why not? All right. Well, let's see. Steelers, Saints, Super Bowl. Who wins? I'm going to bet Steelers. Because they're my team. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints actually pull it off this time. Mahomes, Carson Wentz, former starter versus backup. And the Steelers win 38-24. Still in pretty convincing fashion for the Steelers, winning their 8th Super Bowl now. And again, we're continuing the line of Super Bowls that just haven't been close. All 2-score or further games. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP. And Saints starting to catch up to the Bills, going 0-4 in Super Bowls. And Tommy Streeter officially retires, even with him having a pretty solid season. And Marquise Pouncey retires for the Saints, and he was still really good at that point too. So that's a big loss. Mark Ingram also retiring. The Saints Super Bowl window may have just closed. Kenny Britt also retiring. So that's quite a bit of names there. Let's check the AFC South ones first. Tommy Streeter's the big one, obviously. What a legend. I mean, he's been the face of the Texans franchise for a while now. Melvin Ingram retires. Britton Colquitt, Dave Rayner, Kirk Cousins. So long. I didn't realize he was still on the Colts, too. That quarterback room's insane. And Anthony Costanzo, another legend of the game for the Colts, retires. And yes, Tommy Streeter has died. Let's see some other names. I'm sure there are other names that we will know. A ton, actually. Dontari Poe, Brandon Brooks. Richard Sherman retires with the Seahawks. Already talked about them. Ben Ijolana or whatever, former right tackle for the Colts, retires. Jason Kelsey retires with the Eagles. Mario Davis, former Titans legend, retires. Calais Campbell retires. Joe Hayden retires. Jared McCoy retires. Former Jaguars legend left guard Eben Britton retires with the Bears. Kenny Britt retires as a free agent, sadly. Mikel LaShore, who I believe won Super Bowl MVP for the Lions at one point, retires. Former Jags legend Tyson Alualu retires. Damn. Kareem Jackson, former Texans legend, retires. Mark Sanchez, God. Another legend, Colts legend, strong safety Joe Lefeged, I don't know how to pronounce his name, retires. That's a big one too. Retires as a free agent. That's really the end of that list. So we had a ton of guys retire that were like huge in our franchises. That's tough. See weekly awards for the Super Bowl. Carson Wentz had a much better game than he did against the Texans. David Collins obviously was pretty good, but Mahomes is just too good. 2 rushing touchdowns, just did the tush push, 1 incompletion the entire Super Bowl. My God, Mahomes. Maybe Mahomes truly was just meant to be a really good quarterback. But as it stands, we will continue and see how free agency goes for the AFC South teams. And Le'Veon Bell is leaving the Rams. Andrew Luck, you better stay with the Jaguars. You better not fucking leave. I swear, if Andrew Luck leaves, I'm going to be pissed off. I drafted that man. He deserves a Super Bowl, man, with the Jaguars. Better use your franchise tag on him, Jags. If he's there, I swear. And if we better not take fucking Anthony Richardson. I swear to God. I don't want to see it. Who's the Jags backup? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. We'll just have to wait and see if they do anything. Or if they sign Andrew Luck. Please sign Andrew Luck. Please. I don't want to see Andrew Luck on a different team. No, he's a Charger. Oh, that's terrible. Heartbroken. Absolutely heartbroken. It's a shame. I don't know why we didn't re-sign him, if we just didn't have enough money or what, but that's gonna be a tough one. All right. Yeah, Andrew Luck. I mean, yeah, he's not as good as he used to be, but still, I mean, run it back at least one more year. Dak Prescott is a Titan. Oh no, Jake Locker is a Jaguar. Kill me now. He's making his rounds across the division. Yeah, I'll check the rosters after this. Jake Locker heading to Jacksonville. Oh my God, Dak Prescott here to replace Mac Jones. Probably not. Probably, I don't know. They paid him a decent bit of money. Yeah, Jake Locker. I kind of hope he goes to the Texans next year. Oh man, Tyler Huntley backing up Lamar Jackson again. Makes sense. Ryan Finley, that's our backup for the Jaguars. Sure. Any running back moves for the AFC South? Joe Williams, sure. He's a Jaguar. Corey Clements, another mid to bad Texan now. Henry Hinoski, sure. Got a good fullback. Why not? And Nick Bowden. Okay. Receivers. Anyone? Josh Gordon headed to the Blues. No receiver moves for us. No tight ends moves at all. How about tackles? No left tackles. Guard. Are we back to a very, like, subdued AFC South moves here? Earl Watford to the Texans? Sure. We've got Matt Paradis, who's really bad now. Yeah, don't worry about Luck. I have Jake Locker and Henry Hinoski. Yep. The Cardinals building like a crazy good O-line right now. I swear I've seen them multiple times, but maybe I'm just seeing red a bunch. That's probably what it is. Joe Dahl and Ted Karras. What are we planning here? Got two really good right guards. Okay. Dude, Zach Banner, Steelers legend, playing guard for the Bills. Crazy. Lester Cotton still remains employed. So there you go. George Asafo Adeji going to the Texans. I swear the Texans just love to sign these just really like bad backups, I guess. Jags former right tackle going to the Blues. Derek Sherrod. Sam Tevy going to the Titans. Jawan James, I believe he was with the Texans before, is a Texan again. Before, as in real life, not in game. Lamar Holmes, also a Texan. I forgot about Chase Winovich too. Oh my God. Dalvin. Why is Dalvin Tomlinson a blocked name? I can't believe they have DeWolf Tomlinson blocked off. Fits perfectly. He's going to the Jags. That's a nice pickup. Oh my God, Eddie Vanderdoes. I forgot about him too. The DeWolf family is corrupting everything. It's true. Jerry Hughes, Colts legend, going to the Falcons. That's a tough one. Whitney Merciless, Texans player. He wasn't even really a legend, to be honest. He just played for the Texans. Levante David. Was he on one of our teams? I don't think so. Was he? No, he's on my current team, my Samurai's team, but I just know we got a bunch of middle linebackers that were really good. But no, not him. Chris Odom going to the Colts. Sure. Brian Cushing is now a Steeler, dude. The Steelers are going for another Super Bowl. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They got Brian Cushing. He would have been such a good Steeler if he ever went there. He would have been such a Steeler. Oh my God. Adam DeWolf again taking over the Titans at middle linebacker. I have no idea who this guy is at all, but crazy. Jordan Hicks going to the Jags. Sure. Jags still staying active for Jake Locker Super Bowl season. Man, imagine the Jaguars making the Super Bowl with Jake Locker in 1 year, and they couldn't make it with Andrew Luck in like 11. Jarvis Jones, Steelers bust, going to the Texans. No way Kevin King's this good. Or Garyon Conley. That's crazy. Jalen Myrick going to the Jags. He's super fast. DeAndre Baker, he shot somebody, and he's going to the Titans. So, fun fact. Just had to throw that in there. And Trey Flowers is a Texan. Ugo Amadi leaving the Texans, going to the Seahawks. All right, they just have Haha the Wolf. I can't believe Haha Clinton Dix got DeWolfed. That's crazy. Sean Davis, Steelers legend. Amani DeWolf. Dude, they're everywhere. Ryan Suckup, Falcons, sure. Evan McPherson is a Texan. Steelers adopting the new two-punter strategy. Maybe this is just the new wave of advancement in the NFL, is having multiple kickers and punters. Why not? I don't know. I felt like the Colts did very little in this free agency class. But let's take a look at the rosters, because I am also very interested in where teams are at. Texans. Lamar is so good. He looks incredible. J.J.'s 30. Oh, gosh. He's already regressing. But him and Gainwell are a really solid duo. Juju Smith-Schuster, Van Jefferson, Antonio Gandy-Golden, and Wan'Dale Robinson. I'd have to imagine they're looking to maybe draft another receiver here, to be honest. They still have Hunter Henry, who's still really good. Titus Howard. Their left guard's not very good. Logan Stenberg. Mason Cole, Steelers legend. Center. Cesar Ruiz. Jawan James. Their O-line's not awful, but it's not great. J.J. Watt. Greg Rousseau's just sitting behind J.J. Watt, although he's probably going to start at right end because they got nobody. They have no depth here. But Andrew Billings, man, he was good in that Super Bowl too. Duke Riley. Still no middle linebacker. Very interesting strategy there. Adoree Jackson, Desmond Trufant still looks pretty good as a duo. Oops. Free safety, obviously they're going to have to replace Ugo Amadi leaving. Josh Metellus and Trey Boston still sticking around. Probably kept his job because he practically won that Super Bowl to some degree for that Texans team. They have, obviously, Matt Prater and Evan McPherson. No punter. They have the 10th pick. Titans. Oh, my God. We'll see. I mean, this is probably going to be Mac Jones starting, but they did pay Dak Prescott a decent amount of money. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see. I mean, Mac Jones does have only 85 throw power, so Dak might actually get the start. We will see. Josh Jacobs, Larry Roundtree, slowest running back room ever. Tyler Boyd, CeeDee Lamb, and Paris Campbell. That's a nice trio. Devin Asiasi, he's not great. We got Laramie Tunsil, Dan Feeney, Ryan Kelly, Mike Dieter, and Sam Tevi, and also Hal Vaitai. Not a bad group. That's a solid O-line for Dak and Mac. Oh my God. I forgot about him. Adam DeWolf starting at left end for the Titans. Same thing with Nick Bosa. They have no depth. Jarrell Casey. It's a good group, though. Akeem Ayers is still a 90 overall, playing up to it. And he's learning, Arnold Ebiketie learning under him. So that's a nice eventual successor there. Tremaine Edmonds, Adam DeWolf at middle linebacker. They're holding a lot of middle linebackers here. I don't know. This Titans team looks pretty good. DJ Reed, Derek Stingley, DeAndre Baker, Fabian Moreau. Solid. Like Adrian Amos, who's probably not going to start over Jalen Petrie. Jabril Peppers. Like, this is a solid Titans team, other than the fact they have no kicker or punter. Like, they're probably, like, this first-round pick, if they just, like, I don't even know what they really need at this point. They need depth, but, like, this is a good team. Titans could win the South this year for sure, but my confusion is a lot of these players were here last year. So I don't know if it's going to change or not, especially with Dak at the helm. We will see. But let's move to the Colts. Only Trey Lance at quarterback. So we will see if they're going to draft somebody or not. I mean, they probably shouldn't. And we're going to see if Trey Lance actually can do something for the Colts here. Leonard Fournette, Lynn Bowden, Isaiah Spiller. Decent trio for sure. Only 3 receivers on the roster. It's Jerry Jeudy, Odell Beckham, and Isaiah McCoy. You guys need another receiver very badly. Probably 2. OJ Howard, and no depth behind him either. What is the team building happening here? If we were playing with no injuries, sure, fine. And left tackle looks horrible. Austin Jackson, Sam Cosmi. Like, what is happening at your left tackle spot? Left guard is even worse. Justin Schaefer. Eric McCoy's good. Forrest Lamp's good. No right tackle. Your O-line looks horrific right now. I don't know. I think the Colts are going to be bad again this year, man. I'm sorry to tell you, Voodoo. This O-line looks horrible. Trey Lance is a question mark. You got good, like, some good weapons for sure, but, like, this O-line outside of Forrest Lamp and McCoy, holy. Leonard Williams is really good, though, and so is Nick Bosa. And Jerry Tillery and Taven Bryan. That defensive front's going to be a killer. Killer for the team. Although, your off-ball linebackers outside of Quay Walker and... No, never mind. You got... Chris Odom's, like, whatever, but... Bobby Wagner, Quay Walker, Rashawn Evans. That's a really nice trio. Corners, you have a ton of corners. Eric Murray, Eric Rowe, Carlton Davis, Sauce Gardner. It's a really good corner group. Terrell Burgess and Tedrick Thompson. Yeah, your secondary is good. I mean, other than Chris Odom, your whole defense is really good. You just need to get some O-line and depth on offense for the skill positions, because I don't know what's happening here. No backup quarterback, no backup receivers, no backup tight ends. Terrible offensive line. I just backed out before looking at the Jags. Jake, oh god, I hope they draft a quarterback. I want the Jags to draft a quarterback right now. Please, I don't care who it is. Jake Walker, Ryan Finley, and Jacob Eason. That is not a group I want to see. Najee's career is going to get wasted. Jerick McKinnon is here. We have 3 running fullbacks for some reason. Sure. Henry Ruggs, DJ Moore, and Kedrick Bourne. That's a solid trio. Aaron Hernandez. Jesus Christ. Aaron Hernandez. Still really good at this point. It's kind of crazy how he's still here and an X Factor. I mean, look at this man. So inspirational. Still doing his thing. I mean, And not in real life, obviously. Isaiah Wynn, really good left tackle. Quinn Meinertz, would love for him to be better. Will Rackley's probably not going to play much longer. We have 2 really good right guards, so I'm assuming one of these guys will play left guard. And Penei Sewell, I forgot Jags drafted Penei Sewell. He's really good. Adam Sewell. The Wolf Sewell. Jags O-line looks pretty good. Marcus Davenport's back. Emmanuel Agba looks really good. Dalvin Tomlinson, Neville Gallimore, Lorenzo Carter, Luke Kuechly, and no one else at middle linebacker. Jordan Hicks, Casey Hayward, Steven Nelson, Jalen Myrick, Kyer Elam, Grant Delpit, Taylor Rapp. It's a decent team. It's a decent team. I think we could use some better pass rush. Opposite of Ogba. I'm not really happy with our group there. And a quarterback would be great. Let's take a look at the draft. I'm very interested to see how this ends up turning out here. Are the Niners going to take Bryce Young? I don't know. I want to go in. Is there a setting to stop the draft from immediately like jumping? I'm also going to turn off the draft timer. Like, because it just like jumps right into it and like skips past everyone. And I don't really know if I want that. But I'm not seeing a setting specifically other than draft timer and draft presentation. So I'm just going to turn those both off. I am also annoyed with the draft presentation just showing up during this sim stuff. Like, it's cool in game, but when I'm just doing this sim, like, not a necessary. I turned it off. Turned the video off too. Still jumped ahead. Bryce Young is a Bear. Oh man, quarterbacks are gone. Titans at 9. Wow. Titans, Texans, Colts, all in a row. Who's on the board now? Well, Paris Johnson, Darnell Wright, and Skoronski would be really good. I mean, you're gonna get one of those guys, hopefully. Maybe Broderick Jones, but Jahmyr Gibbs is here. Ooh, Jalen Carter is here. I hope the Steelers don't draft or not the Steelers. I hope the Colts, or not the Colts too, but I hope not the Colts either. But I hope the Jags don't draft Will Levis. Titans take Quentin Johnson. All right, very interesting. The Texans select Jordan Addison. That feels very DeWolf coded. Just add more receivers at the problem. That's gonna solve it. Will the Colts draft an O-lineman? Yes, Paris Johnson. You might actually save Trey Lance's life here. Paris Johnson. I don't really want to sim that many picks, so I'm just going to sim to the Saints pick, and then we will just see. Jags took Jack Campbell at middle linebacker. That's not bad considering we have no one outside of Kuechly. So I don't hate it, actually. I'm glad we didn't take Will Levis. So let's see how the drafts round out here. Man, Will Anderson to the Niners is very interesting as well. It's a good pick, obviously. Texans. Jordan Addison, Matthew Bergeron, that's a good pick. Garrett Williams, Roshan Johnson, that's a solid draft for sure. Mario Douglas, Pop Douglas in there. Yeah, I think we're kind of doing what the Steelers did this year with Aaron Rodgers. We're like, all right, let's get this old man who won a Super Bowl once, way early in his career, and hasn't won since, although Aaron Rodgers like way better than Jake Walker's career. So I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Quentin Johnson, oh my God, the Titans are going to the Super Bowl. Jahmyr Gibbs, Sidney Brown, Dorian Williams, Darius Davis. That's a really nice draft. Getting Gibbs and Quentin Johnson there. Oof. That's going to be rough. It's Josh Jacobs and Gibbs, by the way. That's a crazy duo. That's like what the Lions duo is on crack right now. Colts, Paris Johnson, Jaden Reed at receiver. There you go. You got your receiver 3. Got your depth, Brenton Strange at tight end. Jay Ward, free safety. Jaron Hall, terrible quarterback backup. He's a backup. Parker Washington and Payne Durham. So definitely worked to fill out the depth problems you guys had there. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, quarterback, but not bad. No, definitely not. Especially getting tackle round 1 was huge, but that O-line still looks really bad regardless. Like, that left side of the line is going to be horrific. The right side looks solid, but the left side is bad. So we will see how that goes for you. Jack Campbell, Marvin Mims. Oh, Hendon Hooker season, baby. Hendon Hooker might be the future. 25-year-old Hendon Hooker might be the savior for the Jags franchise. Siaki Ika. Chase Brown. I don't think he'll develop quite like how he has in real life. He only has normal depth, so probably not. Uh-oh, you're getting Voodoo, you're getting potentially you're under investigation for bullying is what Twitch says. Hendon Hooker, and the hooker is what is I'm gonna deny it because that is, oh no, not deny like that. I meant deny as in deny the fact that it was bullying. Okay, well, you were bullying. Sorry. My bad. Oh man, Owen Papo. I don't know if you've used him in Madden before, but man, this guy. I had a Cardinals franchise at one point. He was so fun, so good. 93 speed middle linebacker. He's insane. I like the Jags draft class. I mean, bringing in Hendon Hooker is intriguing, but I don't know if it's really game changing. I don't hate it. It's better than Will Levis in round 1 at least. So I wouldn't say in general, but yeah, no, Papo is insane. He is so fucking fast. CJ Stroud's a Giant. I feel like the Giants get everybody, man. Who is even on this Giants team right now? We should check them out before we go anywhere else, because I'm curious. I feel like they have so many players. I feel like they have like a 700-man roster right now. CJ Stroud. Oh my God, Brad Kaya. I forgot about him. Joe Mixon. Chuba Hubbard. Ryan Switzer, the GOAT, Colts legend. Devontae Smith, Zay Jones, Jags legend. Eric Ebron, Colts legend. Why do they have so many tight ends? Maybe I guess they've lost a lot of these guys. I don't know. They don't look all that great, actually. JPP is still around and really good. Kinlaw, Malcolm Brown, Darius Leonard. Okay. I guess they're not as crazy as I thought they'd be. That's fine. I don't mind. All right. To the mid-season mark. What are your predictions, Voodoo? What do you think? I'm going to say the Titans are going to be in first, followed by the Texans, Jags, and Colts. That's my guess. I think the Titans and Texans look like the most complete teams. I'm a little worried about the Colts and Jags for multiple reasons. Jags mainly quarterback play. Colts, that left side of the line and quarterback play are really going to be concerning. But we will see. I mean, if Trey Lance is really good, then no reason for concern. Let's get the draft class set up here. Steelers Saints rematch in week 8. I don't remember if I already have that or not. 2024. 24. Do we want? No, we want Wii expertise. By the way, I don't know if you saw that. Voodoo. They have the 2012 roster now on Madden 26 officially. So that's pretty interesting. I will say, though, the Jags might have been on to something here. This is a great class to need a quarterback. Adam DeWolf Jr. JJ DeWolf. I mean, there's a ton of first-round quarterbacks here. Yeah, I do think the Jags are sneaky underrated. It just depends if Jake Locker can play well. We will see how we look here. Wow, Titans 7-0 to start. Colts 4-2, Texans 4-2, Jags 3-4. So not terrible for this division, but Titans 7-0. They look really solid. Which QB would I want for the Jags out of those guys? Oof. Based on like Madden, like rating wise of just like this is how the player was expected to do from the draft, probably Caleb Williams. But if we're talking like real life, like if they develop into how they are real life wise, I'd probably say Jaden Daniels, but I'm cool with any of those top three, really. I'd be cool with. But realistically, if the Jags are like middle of the pack, they'll probably have to settle for like a Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, which that's fine too, I guess, because they can develop. Maybe not Penix, because he's like 27 million years old as a rookie. No, I mean, Hendon Hooker is 25, so. And Brandon Weeden, by the way, did pretty solid for the Niners as a 28-year-old when they drafted him, so I wouldn't say all hope is lost for the older QBs in this franchise sim as we head into playoffs of year, is this 12 of this franchise, I believe. I had the numbers wrong. I know I had to have. This is either 12 or 13. It has to be 12, right? Because it starts in 2024 this year, right? I believe so. All right. In the playoffs, it is... Oh, here we go, Voodoo. So we have 3 AFC teams in the playoffs. No Jags. AFC South teams, I should say. Titans, Colts in the wild card rounds. Texans are facing off against the Andrew Luck-led Chargers in the wild card as well. Colts snuck in at the 7th seed. Of course, the Steelers are the 1st seed, by the way. And I'm assuming the Jags weren't good, and they're tanking for anyone. Blake Bortles leads the league in passing yards. Someone kill me. Le'Veon Bell makes his way to the Steelers. Let's go. Love to see it. Titans end up as a 13-4 team. Texans 11-6. Colts 10-7. Jaguars weren't even that bad. 8-9. So pretty solid season from the division here after a not so stellar one the year prior. Pretty good turnaround. Let's see how the stats look. Trey Lance might be him. He might be the future of the Colts team. 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 picks, 70 completion percentage, and he was only sacked 33 times, the least amount in the division. Got the ball out quick, I guess. Jake Locker, same amount of passing yards as Dak Prescott, who did start over Mac Jones. Jake Locker doesn't look very good, though. Still, Dak looks okay. Lamar might be a bust now. He might be bad now. I don't know what's happening to Lamar, but he's not looking great, to be honest. Najee, the only 1,000-yard carrier. Running back? I don't know why I said carrier, but he looked good. Ajayi taking a step down, but he's still good. Same thing with Jacobs. Fournette not getting as many carries because he was injured for 5 weeks, but 12 touchdowns still looks good. Jahmyr Gibbs got involved. I don't know. Nothing too crazy otherwise. Odell's still doing his thing. He's on a crazy stretch. I mean, this is like, what if Odell never was bad? I forgot about this season. Holy shit. 2031. Insane. I didn't even see his rack. Oh my God. Pause, by the way. Pause on that. Heavy pause. But 1,100 yards in just run after catch. It's crazy. Yeah, his career stats got to be crazy. CeeDee Lamb had a great year. Jerry Jeudy had a bounce back here. Henry Ruggs looks good. DJ Moore looks good. Juju looks good. Harris Campbell looks good. Hernandez still doing his thing. Kendrick Bourne, 10 touchdowns. OJ Howard still not getting incorporated that much. Jaden Reed, rookie, 600 yards on the dot, no tutties. Sure. How's the O-line? Titus Howard still stinks. Oh my God. Will Rackley is cooked. 11 sacks from center is bad. He's got to retire, man. It's over. Pack it up. Austin Jackson still stinks. We knew that, though. But honestly, Eric McCoy giving up 7 sacks from the center spot's bad. Paris Johnson, not bad from the tackle spot for a rookie. Bobby Wagner with the most tackles total. Tackles for loss of Key Mayers having a bounce back year after last year. Leonard Williams, 17 tackles for loss as well. JJ Watt, 16.5 sacks. Emmanuel Agba, 15.5. Bosa and Ayers still look really, really good. Nick Bosa looks good. Greg Rousseau did get to start opposite side of JJ, and he looks great. Tillery looks good still. Luke Kuechly, 8 picks, man. This man's still doing his thing. 32 years old. We better not let him walk, man. He's so good. I love this man. I'd say I love him more than I loved Andrew Luck. To be fair, that's because Andrew Luck kind of wasn't great for me year one. But pretty solid season for the division. That works. I will look at the roster page for now.
Awesome. So yeah, the best offense in football was the Las Vegas Raiders. They ran the ball and passed the ball very well.
Their defense just
the Titans
weren't good.
The Titans, who are the other team in this big playoff matchup, are the second best offense in the league. Colts are actually the 5th best. Wow. High-powered offenses here.
We'll see if it's going to translate to actual
We'll see.
good
And
football
the Texans are actually the 4th. I'm just seeing this. Wow. Yeah, number
Jaguars
4 is the
are
Texans.
10th.
Yeah, no, offenses are actually pretty good here in the AFC South. Jake Locker's squad. Raiders, yeah. And then Colts are the 4th best passing team. Which can go like this. Steelers running the ball well. Texans running the ball very well. Notable teams here. We got the Titans as well. Colts down here. Yeah. Points per game.
God,
Cardinals
so
and Seahawks.
The Bears are horrible.
The Bears, yeah, I don't think they were doing that well. Jesus. 15 points a game.
That's
Damn.
bad.
That's awful.
They're 5-12. I'm surprised they're even that good.
Yeah, their defense must have been great.
15 points. Cardinals look pretty good offensively.
Absolutely. Yep, Saints, Colts. Yeah, I'm surprised the Colts are scoring this many points.
Marcus Mariota led Cardinals. He's a 98 overall. They've got Brandon Cooks, who's also a 99 overall on offense.
It's a squad right there. It's a squad.
And they have Tony Pollard. That's really their offense. It's just that they have Khalif Raymond, George Pickens. They also have Jake the Wolf, because they don't want butt apparently in the game. It's crazy. Jake the Wolf.
They don't do butts. They don't do Michael Penix.
Which that one I understand a bit more, but
yeah, you can see how Penix is like. You can see some kid trying to be like, penis.
Mike isn't allowed apparently.
Michael, that's odd.
Adam.
Yeah, Chargers, Seahawks. Doing very well. Blues.
The Wolf Penis.
The Wolf Penis.
29
Steelers.
touchdowns.
Yeah, Steelers are just a great offense.
I really hope. I don't know. I'd love to see a game against them though, and see if they really just translate like how good they are.
I don't know. The Steelers are just there. Even with Mahomes, they ran for more touchdowns than they passed for. Very interesting.
Yeah. Let me see who they have running back, because I actually don't know. They have Love
The
Bell.
Eagles are the Eagles are the NFC dynasty, I would say. I think the Eagles are the AFC dynasty, and Eagles are the NFC dynasty. Steelers the AFC dynasty.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Definitely.
Cortland Sutton, D-Hop, and Tyler Lockett are their trio receivers, and they have Tyler Eifert at tight end.
Nice. Wow.
I wish the Steelers were this good in real life consistently.
Titans and Colts are the other second or the third and fourth teams with rushing touchdowns. I'm surprised the Colts have this many rushing touchdowns. I know Leonard
got a
Fournette
ton.
wasn't doing that well. Yeah, he
But
was
he
just
didn't get a ton of yards because he was out for 5 games.
pretty good. Though you see your Jaguars here, number 5 rushing
Najee
touchdowns.
carrying.
Yep, Najee Harris.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette had 12 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, the first downs, nothing crazy to see here. Let's go check defense. Best defense in football is New England Patriots,
Steelers,
who missed the
man.
playoffs.
They
6-11.
Steelers though,
Wow.
they're gonna be a problem.
Yeah, no, there's a
They're
reason they win the division. Like not
insane.
sorry, a fucking conference every year.
Yeah,
They're 1 seed every single damn year. Wow.
insane.
No, nothing else too notable there.
I saw the Colts had the least in terms of our division yardage let up, I believe.
Oh really?
Like top
That's cool.
10, but no one like super crazy for our division.
Patriots. I'm surprised this team went 6-11. I mean, I get their offense I don't think was that good,
Who
but
they even have.
damn, their defense is great. Falcons. You see the
I see
Steelers
why.
here.
Their quarterbacks are Paxton Lynch, Desmond Ritter. They got
Ooh.
their running backs aren't awful, but that's the main reason is they have Gronk still. Apparently,
Oh.
he's still there.
Go
Yeah, their
go
offense
Gronk.
is actually pretty good outside of their quarterback, but they're horrible at quarterback.
Yeah, the Colts actually have a great run defense, 4th in the league.
That'll be an interesting battle to see against the Titans.
Yeah, no,
They're not too far down there either.
they're really set up. Falcons have a decent amount of points. Nothing too crazy here. Obviously, you see the Steelers up here.
Yeah, no surprises. Chiefs 16.
Niners
sacks.
with 58 sacks.
That's
6-11. The squad is.
what is their? I
Jesus.
feel like they have some. I can't remember who they have, but they have some good players on the pass rush. Oh yeah, they have Bradley Chubb, who's an X factor. They have Tyus Bowser, Alden Smith, all like top 5 players for them. Trevor Lawrence.
Wow.
Also, they have Will Anderson. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that Niners pass rush is getting home. Buccaneers, Bills, nothing too crazy there either.
Not surprised.
Um,
Niners defense.
Yeah, fumbles getting forced all over here. Yeah, nothing too crazy. The Niners are just insane.
Oh, they went 6-11.
6-11. Yeah.
They're kind of like the Steelers, but worse. Like
Yep.
a couple years ago with their defense.
18 receptions for
Ooh, Jaguars.
Green Bay.
Kuechly with 8 of
Ooh,
those, by the
yeah.
way.
Damn.
That's my goat.
Yeah, so Jaguars are pretty high up there. Buccaneers, Colts are pretty high up there. You see Saints, the Texans, kind of down the board. This stuff we don't have to take too long looking at. Just some interesting stats. Texans converted the most third downs. Yeah, Titans are up there as well. Bills were attempting the most first downs, 45%. It's abysmal. Not as bad as the Browns though. Oof.
I mean, they're the Browns, so it's not surprising.
Yeah, Colts weren't doing too well with that either. Bills were converting 4th down, so it makes sense. They weren't getting it on 3rd, so they went for it on 4th often.
Fair.
Yeah, Lions did that as well, but not too as
Even
good
though
of a.
Dan Campbell isn't there, he's a Jaguars coach now.
Oh yeah.
Jaguars sucked on 4th down.
They needed to stop doing that as often as possible. Titans and Vikings, the only teams to not ever get a 2-point conversion. Okay, yeah. Average and efficiency. Let's check.
Giants. Oh my
Touchdowns. Giants.
God.
Giants did not do it that well. I feel like red zone percentage is important. Bears could not convert their trips. Interesting.
Andrew Luck led Chargers. 73 completion.
Yeah, oof.
Of the offense.
Yep. So often making trips here to the red zone. Nothing too crazy here either. He shot up the most touchdowns, I believe. Yeah, this is that stat. Most touchdowns allowed here in the red zone.
Chiefs stink. Of
Yeah.
course, the Steelers are in there, and then
Field goals allowed. So yeah, this is just, I think, yep, field goals.
we're not really seeing a lot of our teams on the high end or low end of these stats.
Yeah, middle of the pack defenses, I believe, for both sides, except for I guess the Colts' run defense is the only one that stood out, and Jaguars' interceptions.
Oh gosh, no wonder.
Wow. So Jaguars actually the least penalized team in football.
Yeah, that's good yardage wise.
Well, yeah, well at least in terms of yards.
By one.
Cardinals, Lions, Titans are third.
Let's see if that comes up in the game. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, no, they seem to really get penalized. I wonder where the Colts stand on this. Middle of the pack.
No. I mean, only 4 less penalties, just way more yardage. The severe penalties.
Yeah, I assume pass interference calls and all that stuff for the Titans. I'll have to guess. Turnover wise, check the best turnover differential is the Saints. I mean, they're a dynasty. They missed the playoffs, I think.
No, they missed the playoffs. I think they're in. Let me check. I am the Saints.
Yeah, the NFC is pretty stacked.
Right, they did miss the playoffs. Wow.
Wow.
They missed it because the Bucks were in 7 seed. The Saints are 8 seed.
What the Lions? Did the Lions make it?
Yeah, they're 10-7 at the 6th seed.
Wow.
The NFC is actually not, like, record-wise, nothing crazy. Like, Seahawks are 12-5, but everyone else, like, 11-6, 10-7.
There's not a lot of, like, 9-8 records.
Eagles won their division at 9-8. So,
yeah,
like,
that's
NFC
usually
East, normal NFC. Back to the good days of the NFC for their doo-doo.
Yeah, no, this is all kind of par for the course. Saints only gave the ball away 6 times compared to the 21 the Browns had.
Helps to win games.
Yeah, nothing crazy here. Everyone on our in our division was middle of the pack.
Carson Wentz, insane.
Yep, the Bills had the most picks. Yep. Jaguars, I was up there in interceptions. Jake Locker's Jags. Yep. Buccaneers had 4 fumbles. Lost.
I feel like fumbles also don't happen as much as they should in these games.
Yeah, there's definitely should be in like a couple teams up there in like 7 and 8.
Ramondre Stevenson by himself had 2 in the Steelers Patriots game last week.
Yeah.
Those games will happen.
Jaguars are the second most. Yeah, they're second best in takeaways. They led in interceptions. I guess the Rams were just. Actually, no, wait. They have more interceptions. What? Oh, they were the second best. I believe the Jaguars were.
One pick plus.
Yeah, still very good though. Packers are also in there.
Shame that
fumble recoveries.
Shame that Jake Locker was a starting quarterback for the Jaguars. Could have won a Super Bowl with this defense, but no. Let's get Jake Locker in here.
All right. I think that's really all the stats we have to look at. Curious. Yeah. What was the other thing you wanted to do? Take a look at
just like go through the rosters like we do.
Oh yeah, like the game day rosters. Let's get that.
Yeah, I guess depth chart is probably better because we did have to talk about Marquise DeWolf way too much for him not starting. So we'll look at the Colts first since you're already there. So Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
He's day one starter, QB of the future. I think it's accurate. He really broke out this year, I think, for this Colts team that has had struggles finding who's going to be the guy after Peyton. So.
They certainly found it. They certainly found their guy here. Trey Lance is very good. Yeah, quick. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, let's check real quick. Let me go to NFL rosters. I want to check his rushing stats. Wonder if he got involved in the ground game. Do NFL rosters.
I think he did a little bit, nothing crazy.
I mean, with how his offensive line looks, I was assuming that he was definitely getting involved. Rushing, yeah, 343 yards, 1 touchdown. So yeah, average 20 a game. So he's definitely definitely making use of his legs, but not leaning on them too heavily.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jaron Hall backing him up. Hopefully, we will see full dose of Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I'm really curious how it's going to look.
Yeah, I'm very interested too. I'm also thinking maybe you stay on the depth chart screen. I'll stay on the roster screen. I can fetch the stats for you.
Sure, definitely do that. Go back to depth chart.
So you don't have to like back out, go back in.
All right, got to get in that good commentary mindset. So yeah, all right. Yep, Leonard Fournette here, running back 1 for the Colts. Not a great yardage guy, but definitely found the end zone, had a nose for it. Lynn Bowden Jr. cleaned up the scraps.
He did have 4.4 yards per carry. It was just definitely missing 5 games definitely hindered him from getting to 1,000. This probably would have been his first year getting to it because he hasn't yet to hit 1,000 yards in his career in a season. But he's usually above 4.0 on the average, which is what you really want to see. Although he's had a dip, it looks like, in broken tackles. Only 25 this year. Had 41, 43 the past 2 years. So we'll see if he's having a little bit of a regression in terms of breaking tackles, or if that's just him working out the injury issue there.
Yeah, so Leonard Fournette's definitely not known for his speed. A little on the slower side, not even all that agile. Great carrying, handles the football well, great ball carrier vision, breaks tackles, has a fucking Derrick Henry stiff arm. He's a power back through and through.
Yeah, he was Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry existed.
Yeah, playoff Lenny, finally in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lynn Bowden got a little bit of action, but
yeah,
expect to see a heavy dose of Leonard.
Yeah, he not an amazing runner this season. Obviously, filling in, had 130 carries, only 430 yards, 3.3 average. Did get 4 touchdowns. Did have 21 broken tackles, which I think that's notable in that time span. And then I will assume that he's probably going to be the third down back because he's a former receiver.
Good call.
I'd figure he would probably be in on those passing downs, but again, you don't know.
He definitely looks like the better receiving back, better route runner, better catcher.
Pass blocking
we might see some.
Is the issue though? Is will he be able to pick up those key blocks, especially with that weaker left side of the line where he'll probably have to assist most of the time, versus Leonard Fournette, who probably could help much more effectively.
Right. Yeah, I would expect to see Lynn Bowden get trotted out on third down situations where he's getting put on a route. So hopefully this doesn't come up that much, but I think it's a good call because I think Leonard Fournette will be getting any kind of, if running back staying in the block, you probably will see a route.
Fournette.
So in behind the line. Fullback, what the hell is going on here?
You guys don't
have
a
assume
fullback on the roster, so
yep. Okay, we'll skip that. Odell Beckham Jr., one of the best receivers in this decade,
even possibly ever at this rate. I mean, he has one of the best seasons, maybe the best receiver season of all time. I mean, that was 6 or 7. Oh my God. It was 6 or 7 years ago, unfortunately. But I mean, 138 catches, 2,200 yards, 22 touchdowns. That is actually insane. But no, he's been so good. He's been consistently above 1,300 yards every season that he's been in the league, except for his rookie year. He's had 83 plus catches every year. He's had 12 plus touchdowns every year, except for his rookie year and 1 year in there as well. He's essentially like what everyone would want as a receiver one.
Absolutely. Odell Beckham Jr., I mean, he's just durable. He's consistent, but he's not like, no disrespect to Iron Mike, but like he is elite every year. He's not just like great. He's top 3 receiving yards every single year.
Yeah.
Catches everything, and it's great catch radius. not like known for his speed necessarily, but great acceleration, great agility. He can turn and get gone. One of the best catchers of all time. I mean, he's OBJ. You know, if you've seen his highlights.
Yeah, honestly,
amazing route runner.
If I would have to give a comp to his career right now, I would honestly only be able to give Jerry Rice as a comp. The consistent elite seasons of just the consistency, and also the fact that he's not a super speedy guy, and he has amazing hands and great route running. I think very similar to Jerry Rice in that aspect for sure.
Yeah, he's actually insane at carrying the football too. Does not give it up after the catch.
He's going to be a threat on those run after catches. I mean, that one season he had 2,200 yards. We talked about it. He had 1,000 yards after the catch. He's definitely an insane weapon in that regard.
Truly. So yeah, I mean, OBJ, definitely want to get him involved. If you're the Colts here in this playoff matchup, you need OBJ to show up.
Yeah.
Jerry Jeudy is amazing as well. I mean, he's younger. He's probably learning a lot from OBJ, or has learned a lot into his third year. He's kind of complements him well. He's a little faster, a little bit taller. Definitely not the same just raw wide receiver, but he's still very, very good.
Yeah.
And serves as an amazing second option.
Yeah, and he had his best season yet this year. Obviously, Trey Lance starting probably helped with that. His most catches, yards, and touchdowns of his career so far, over 1,000 yards with 10 touchdowns. He's definitely a really good compliment next to Odell, and I think it's going to be really difficult for the Titans secondary to defend these guys, even though they have some solid corners. I mean, it's hard to defend two elite receivers.
Absolutely. These two are going to be the soul of this passing game. And then you have wide receiver 3, Jaden Reed, who was just drafted this year. I believe second round pick. Go ahead and give us the stat insight on that.
Yeah. I mean, he obviously, with those two guys above him, didn't have to do a ton. But he was serviceable. I mean, 58 catches, 600 yards, didn't have a touchdown this season, but I think if he's the slot option, which I would assume he's there, he's a good slot option for them. He's not to be.
OBJ plays the slot.
Fair
actually.
Enough. I mean, they're very similar height and weights, but I mean, Jaden Reed as a third option, he's going to be on the outside. I think opposite of Jerry Jeudy, I think he just brings you a good option. I mean, obviously, if Odell and Jeudy don't win, it's very likely that Jaden Reed can get it done because he's very solid and also going to be playing against worse corners, you'd assume.
Yeah, Jaden Reed can probably get behind the defense and get lost, with defenders watching Jerry Jeudy and Odell Beckham like a hawk. I think Jaden Reed has a good opportunity here in this playoff game to defend himself. OJ Howard, the tight end acquisition, I believe, last year. Not this last free agency, but the one before that, I believe.
That'd be correct.
Second-year player here for the Colts. He's actually pretty damn good. He's vertical, obviously. He's their pillar to get it behind those big linebackers and such. I mean, give us insight on how OJ Howard's affected the Colts team.
I mean, again, similar to the Jaden Reed discussion, didn't have to be a big contribution, but he was still very active in both of his seasons with the Colts. This season specifically, 58 catches, 613 yards, and 6 touchdowns. I mean, when he's the third/fourth option for a team, you're very happy to have him there, especially because he's just a huge mismatch against most linebackers and most safeties who would be covering him.
Yeah, no, he's faster than a lot of tight ends at the position. And as a blocker, he's also great. This is probably why the Colts wanted this guy. He's fast, great hands, and can block. I mean, that's everything the Colts needed. He's the whole package at tight end. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, Brenton Strange might get some looks here, the rookie out of Penn State. I assume he didn't do too much, but these are the kind of players that can show up in your big games as just guys in the depth chart like Brenton Strange.
Yeah. He only had 14 catches, 105 yards, so nothing too crazy, but we might see a catch or two from him.
Mhm. So starting at left tackle, you have Austin Jackson, who has notoriously not been the best left tackle, not the best blindside tackle.
No.
He is not very powerful in pass blocking. He has a tendency to get run over, but he's great technique wise as a pass blocker. Same issue with in run blocking though. He does just get bowled over. But yeah, no, he's a very technical tackle, and he does give up those sacks. But I think that he also has downs where he probably just outmaneuvers edges. So I wouldn't be too mad with Austin Jackson starting, but there are definitely some concerns.
Yes, and especially with who he's going up against today, whether it's going to be Nick Bosa or Akeem Ayers, either of those are really rough matchups for Austin Jackson today, because both those guys are really great players at their position. So I would be concerned with Austin Jackson lining up against one of those guys.
All right, so at left guard, let me double check this. Yeah, so I believe at left guard, we're in Justin Schaefer starting football. Starting on the Indianapolis Colts to play football. Just wanted to say. Yeah, ever since the Lester Cotton issue, I guess they just don't see a need to have a good left guard. It seems to have been the history here. He's a good pass blocker, but horrible in technique. But he's big. He's just a big body who has, long arms. Justin Schaefer, yeah, I feel like he's just a guy who just is here. I wouldn't. I'm a little definitely concerned with like run game with those quicker inside guys. But
I would even say
powerful dude.
He's going up against. I mean, as long as he doesn't get left on an island with Jarrell Casey, he'll be okay. But Jarrell Casey, who is still very good near the end of his career here, I think will be a tough battle if he does have to take him on one-on-one. So hopefully it doesn't happen for his sake. I think this man will probably help in that regard.
Definitely not. You have Eric McCoy here playing center. He is, I would say, almost a very honorable successor to Jeff Saturday for the Indianapolis Colts. He's actually played pretty well. He's been just the guy on the offensive line. Does have some power issues, but he's great technique, very aware and strong, just naturally, insanely good run blocker. As a center, you don't necessarily need the best in terms of all those things. You're almost playing the quarterback of offensive line. Usually you're playing double teams and such. You're not often left alone. But even if he was, he wouldn't probably get rolled over. But some concerns. But all around, I think Eric McCoy will be very good for the Colts.
And I think another thing to notice is he's also a good enough athlete to go out on any pulls or potential screen plays. He might have to, roll out there to the right or left side and go out and block for Leonard Fournette or Lynn Bowden. I think he can do that very well. One of the best guys in that regard, athletically, for this team.
Mm-hmm. Forrest Lamp at right guard. He's very good. I'm starting to see a theme here with Colts offensive linemen. Is I guess aside from the tackle who does not have much power. But yeah, Forrest Lamp here is a great technical guard, but he lacks power. Not the position you want to lack power at guard, but he's great technically. And like just in the situations where your hand placement matters. I think Forrest Lamp will do quite fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think you'd rather see him matched up with Jarrell Casey today. So we will see where Jarrell Casey lines up. That'll be kind of the key there.
Absolutely. Paris Johnson, the rookie at right tackle, he actually has been very good. I mean, we talked about, I feel like this team is very much projected to not be that good this year. And their offensive line was the biggest criminal, and obviously Trey Lance and his uncertain placement on this team. But Paris Johnson his addition to the squad has been huge. Yes. Drafted, go ahead and give us the insight on when he was drafted.
Yeah, so he was picked, where was he at? He was picked at 11, and I mean, he kind of was just notched in as the starting right tackle, and he has not looked back because he's been pretty good. I mean, obviously, as a rookie, you're going to have your losses. Only 7 sacks allowed for a rookie starting tackle is pretty solid. And he's progressed really well. And I think he will probably be the staple right tackle for this Colts team for a long, long time, which they need, especially because Anthony Costanzo retired this past offseason. They need a new guy as their staple tackle for a long time.
Absolutely. A lot to be excited there if you're a Colts fan. Leonard Williams at left end, the veteran. He is very, very good. Great. He can beat you in a multitude of ways: pass blocking, finesse blocking. Not the best run defender when it comes to at least his intangibles, but hits like a truck. He can chase you down if you break loose. I mean, Leonard Fournette's the whole package.
Yeah, he's not going to get you a ton of sacks every year. He's had some years that were better than others, especially earlier in his career. But he's very good, and especially in the run game, he's gonna be a factor there at getting those early stops, getting those tackles for losses, and he still is going to be able to get some pressure. It just might be wrapped up by one of the edge rushers more so than wrapped up by him himself.
At right end, we have Joey Bosa starting, 7th-year player. I mean,
and
both
another
edges
thing, another thing to note: this is the Bosa game. We've seen these guys go
Oh,
against each other multiple times, but never in the playoffs. So this is going to be the first playoff game for Joey and Nick Bosa against each other, and that'll be very interesting because they're both very good.
that's a good call. Well, I believe Joey's the older brother.
He is.
The older brother here, the older Bosa, is a very good athlete. He's pretty fast for an edge rusher, great agility. He can absolutely destroy you in like all sorts of ways. A great run defender. I mean, I'm pretty sure he had a pretty good season this year, right around 8 sacks. Go ahead and give us the insight on that.
Yeah, so he one of his best seasons for sure. I would say his probably second best season. 13 tackles for a loss, 12 sacks. He's in his prime right now. He is looking for a new contract. This is his last year under contract with the Colts, so he's hoping for a statement playoff run here to at least gain some more money onto his contract, whether it is with the Colts next season or another team. But no, these past 3 years especially, he's ramped up to be one of the best edges in the league.
Yeah, he's gonna try to earn payday here in this playoff game, and hopefully this playoff run starts here. Jerry Tillery, he has broken out for the Indianapolis Colts. Elite on all levels. An amazing athlete, can beat you in a multitude of ways, just like the rest of this defensive line. Probably one of the best defensive lines in football, I have to assume.
Yeah, I would say so.
Powerful, elite dominance. Give us the insights on Jerry Tillery and how he's affected the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I mean, he's for 5 seasons, he's been pretty solid. Never past 10 sacks, but he doesn't have to. He's great against the run. He's had double-digit tackles for a loss every year. He's always had kind of consistently between 6.5 to 9.5 sacks, which is pretty solid whenever you're going to be next to Joey Bosa and Leonard Williams. And also keep in mind, he is a 3-time Pro Bowler and Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
So he's shot up tremendously into this just stratosphere of really, really elite D tackles in the league.
Definitely. And then across from him, you'll likely see Taven Bryan getting a lot of work. He is a very serviceable defensive tackle too. He's very aware. Definitely not as bowl you over kind of defensive tackle, but he's great technique. He can get after you in the run game. Give us some insight on how Taven Bryan's helped Jerry Tillery.
Yeah, so obviously he was signed here 2 off seasons ago. This past season, not as good as his first season with Indy, which was his career year, but still a very good piece of this D-line. But he obviously doesn't have to be the main guy. He is the 4th best defensive lineman, and if he is your 4th best defensive lineman, you are extremely, extremely happy about that, and he will be perfectly fine as a role-playing D tackle / defensive tackle too.
Definitely. We get into what is likely the question mark of this Colts team. Just take a quick look. Okay.
It's really
Well,
just the
I left.
linebacker.
Yeah, left outside linebacker Chris Odom is projected to start. Damone Clark is probably the more appealing option with better speed,
And I
and
am interested.
just younger.
I am interested
Good.
why they aren't starting Damone Clark. He is, I mean, only in his second season here, and he is just a much better athlete, and he's on at the same level as Odom. And especially he's going to be playing more of an off-ball linebacker position. I think his athleticism is going to be much more just valuable than what Odom brings. But they do like what Odom brings in terms of a pass rusher. But he didn't really have to play a ton, actually. He only had 16 tackles and 2 tackles for loss on the season, Odom, that is. So I don't know how
Yeah,
much.
Odom definitely fits the bill of a role player. Um, I'm gonna, from the Colts perspective, I assume that you have Bobby Wagner, Quay Walker, and Rashawn Evans, who are all great off ball.
Yes.
Actually, Rashawn Evans is a great pass rusher. Wow.
Oh, wow.
But no, they
might see
have
him
a
off
very
the edge too. I don't know
he
if
might
the Colts run a. Do they run a 3-4? Did you run a 3-4 with them?
my Indianapolis Colts ran a 4-3 if I remember correctly, but we can double check that. I think they can maybe switch the scheme if it's on like everything change. We'll see though. No, they still run this 3-4. Or sorry, it's 4-3.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's probably playing off ball. They might bring him in on some packages, maybe on some blitzes.
Oh yeah,
but
blitzes. He's going to be a very insane threat with his ability as a pass rusher. He's going to be, think of like a Devin White in that Super Bowl run for the Bucks. Right.
There you go.
He was just didn't really have to do a ton because Levante David was there, and he was just an elite blitzer. But yeah, no, your trio there for the Colts linebackers are really good group.
Yeah, Colts are definitely happy with this squad. I think obviously, we'll talk about Bobby Wagner right now. I think they traded up right over the Titans who were talking about how they wanted Bobby Wagner. Colts jumped them in the draft and took him, and they have not looked back. He's led the NFC South, and I believe maybe, I don't know what he looked like in terms of against the league, but he was really, really good for the Colts. Every year he's been very good, great tackler. He's obviously he can pick the ball off, he can plug in the run, and he's just he's everything you wanted a Mike linebacker. He's experienced, and I think he's ready for this playoff game.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be kind of similar to what we saw last season or 2 seasons ago in that Super Bowl with the Texans. The linebacker, middle linebacker, is a really key part of the defense. Brian Cushing obviously had a big role in that Super Bowl win. Bobby Wagner's essentially going to be that role player of he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy who can make or break the entire game, really, based on what he sees as the defensive quarterback, really, and how he plays it. But we know his ability-wise, he can play everything extremely well. He is just so good. Reminds you of like a Ray Lewis, not in terms of size, obviously, or physicality, but just in terms of skill. He is just so good at everything.
Absolutely. You bring up Brian Cushing. I believe Brian Cushing was definitely, obviously elite, but he was on the slower end. He was more of a thumper. Bobby Wagner is definitely he's really good. He's
an uber
more
athlete.
faster. Yeah, he might be a little bit not as a student of the game as Brian Cushing was, but he can terrorize you if you let Bobby Wagner get under your passes. He pass game, run game, calling the defense. Bobby Wagner is going to be at the heart of it. So we'll see how that does. And then they have second-year player Quay Walker, who they drafted that same year the Texans won the Super Bowl, or the year following the Super Bowl they drafted, I believe.
Yes.
Quay Walker is very, very elite. He's a great tackler. Go ahead and give some insight on him and
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't really had to play a ton for the Colts with obviously running a 4-3. It seems like they're definitely gearing more towards like a 4-2-5 maybe in terms of personnel. where they got the 5 DBs out on the field, which makes sense in a passing league that we have now today. A lot of teams are doing it, but he's just learning under Bobby Wagner, and he's a really great guy to learn from. Obviously, very similar athleticism, but he's taller, has much more of a what you'd consider to be a more ideal linebacker size, but he has the abilities to do really good things for this Colts team, and I think if he has to make some plays, he can definitely do it, but he hasn't had to so far in his career make a ton.
Yeah, I think Quay Walker, the impact on this game might be limited, but I believe he is a successor to Bobby Wagner. I think that's what's lining up here. Similar weight, similar skill sets. Obviously, Quay Walker still needs some time, but yeah, I think the Colts have a lot to be excited about with Quay Walker in the coming future. Rashaan Evans, we did talk about him briefly. He's right outside linebacker here for the squad. He's on the slower end. This is definitely a rushing outside linebacker. I mean, he's great as a pass rusher and a run defender. Give some insight on Rashaan Evans, how much he's played for this team.
I mean, he's such an interesting player because he is more closely aligned to kind of that old school early 2000s, like Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis, like speed and physicality. He can rush the passer as good as an edge rusher. He can cover as good as a safety. And yeah, he's not all that fast necessarily, but I mean, he's going to make plays all over the field. He obviously kind of took a bit of a back seat this season. Past seasons, he's done more with the Colts, but this season definitely a little bit more of a down year. But he is still such a good player who will definitely make a impact in this game.
Yeah, one more thing. Rashaan Evans cannot jump, so keep that in mind. He cannot jump, really. Compared to anyone else, he doesn't jump at all. So, anything above that 6'3" height, he's not getting that. So, definitely a pass rushing off-ball linebacker. All right, in the quarterback room, we have CB1 Eric Rowe. Go ahead and give us some insight on this. I don't remember if Eric Rowe was drafted or if he was a free agent acquisition, but he is cornerback 1 for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes, he has spent his whole career, all 9 years up to this point, with the Colts. And he's been able to get his hands on some interceptions pretty consistently. 3 picks this season, 4 last year. He's just a really solid corner. Obviously can, size-wise, man up with most receivers. And he's just he has a nose for the football. He's going to be one of those corners that you will see on the stat sheets more than the passer rating and completions allowed and stuff like that. You're going to see him get those interceptions, get those deflections, and he's going to make an impact.
Yeah, Eric Rowe, I think he was drafted right after the Colts Super Bowl win. Actually, probably a few years after, but he's been here for the drought, so he's probably hungry to at least get a playoff win under his belt. Same with Eric Murray. I don't know. Again, I don't know if he was drafted here. This guy doesn't look as familiar, but he might be. My ball of knowledge might be failing me here for the Colts.
No, you're all good. He was drafted the year after Eric Rowe. And again, I mean, he's developed into being a solid CB2. Also able to get his hand on some interceptions, 6 across the past 2 years. I mean, he's a little bit smaller, but he is still going to be a good number 2, and he's not going to obviously have to worry about some of those uber athletic receivers that end up being the number 1s for a lot of teams, but he's still going to be very impactful.
Yep. Cornerback 3 of Carlton Davis. Cornerback 4 is Sauce Gardner. Interesting. Sauce Gardner was their first round pick 2 years ago, and he's yet to get in, within the top 3 in the depth chart. Be just due to the Colts liking their cornerbacks to be older. They like having experience at the position. It seems like at this point, And Carlton Davis. I mean, very interesting coverage outlooks here. I mean, you have Eric Rowe, who's elite in man coverage, along with Eric Murray, but Carlton Davis is definitely more of a zone coverage corner, so it's very interesting. We might, if I was the Colts, I would definitely look into maybe some zone man mixes.
Yeah, I think another thing that kind of goes well with the idea of it being a 4-2-5 defensive scheme for them is, I mean, if you got these four really good corners, right, and you can, with Carlton Davis's zone ability, you could throw him back as a deep safety if you need to, and you can have the other three guys man up, and you can do however you please with that. And I think, I mean, it's never bad to have great corners. It is always something you thrive with if you can have a great corner room. So I mean, this is
absolutely
maybe the best corner room depth wise, maybe not high end talent wise, but this is definitely the best depth corner room. I mean, you're carrying guys that would be the fourth best, fifth best, maybe even third best guy on this roster, below the top four even.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sauce Gardner, is when Sauce Gardner is your fourth string corner, your cornerback room is doing all right. So we'll look forward to see how these guys perform. At free safety, you have Terrell Burgess, speedster out of Utah, third year here in Indianapolis. Very athletic. This is cornerback athleticism, I would say. He's also very good in man coverage too, like for a safety. Definitely very solid man coverage, and obviously in zone, very, very good. Terrell Burgess is a bright spot.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you have these great corners, I think having a safety who can man up one-on-one with like tight ends or running backs or even receivers, most receivers he's going to be able to manage with. I think you could definitely see some one-on-one situations where they maybe bring some pressure, some corner blitzes, some safety blitzes from the other side, some linebacker blitzes, who knows, but he can manage and he can hold his own. He definitely is able to get his hand on some turnovers as well. He has 2 picks, 1 forced fumble, and 2 recoveries on his own there.
Yeah, Jay Ward, the rookie drafted this year, current rookie, backing him up. Strong safety, you have very interesting Tedrick Thompson starting at strong safety. Definitely a little slower, but he's very good play recognition. He's great in zone. He can tackle very, very well. Tedrick Thompson, he's your guy close to the line, especially in that 4-2-5 system. If you're talking about it, he could plug in and play pretty well.
Yeah, and I think it shows up. I mean, he has 89 tackles this season, but I think also very interesting, he does have 4 picks on the season, so it's not like he's incapable of getting involved in that way as well. So he has 13 pass deflections as well, so he's definitely getting in on those shorter to intermediate throws to the tight ends and running backs possibly, and jumping those. And
I could even see him maybe playing like sub linebacker, possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, those kinds of stats.
Yeah, and I think you look at the guy behind him, I mean, they could be developing Hufanga to being that type of guy, where he's maybe more of just a linebacker than a safety, even with his abilities.
Good call there. They're both, I think, both the Colts kicker and punter retired last season.
Yeah.
So you have
rookie kicker and punter duo.
Yeah. So at kicker, you have Tanner Brown out of Oklahoma State. We're not going to spend too long on here, but Tanner Brown, good leg, good accuracy. What's his stats?
Well, Tanner Brown, I mean, obviously rookie kicker, so you're going to have some struggles, but he wasn't too bad. I mean, 21 for 25. Not terrible. 53 was his longest on the year. Obviously, had 2 blocks this year, 1 as an extra point, 1 as a field goal, and then he missed an additional extra point that wasn't blocked. So you are a little concerned, though. He has 2 misses he has 1 miss he only has 1 attempted up to 29 yards, and he missed it. I don't know if it was the block or not, but still, he has a miss from up to 39 as well, a miss up to 49, but he only has 1 miss on 10 of 11 field goals of 50 or more, which is very interesting.
Wow.
maybe more efficient as a deep kicker than a
Yeah,
shorter
the
kicker.
Colts did not employ that two kicker system
No,
that the Saints were popular for modernizing here.
and maybe they
But
could have used the
still,
Jason Myers with 70 kick power at that short
yeah,
short rate.
that wouldn't have that wouldn't have been a terrible idea. But Ethan Evans at punter, he's gonna punt the rock. Surely he's got
Yeah,
good stuff.
he's been actually pretty good. I mean, almost 50 yards average on a punt, and that's pretty good. He's averaging what is it? He has 8 within the 20 on 40 punts. So like 1 in every
Nice.
5 punts, he's gonna be down in them
Gonna
inside
get
the
back.
20. Went to
Yeah.
Wingate College. Never heard of that in my life, but there he is.
There he is, and there is the Indianapolis Colts for you. 1 year removed from the Jake Locker experiment, and Trey Lance in his first year as a starter is leading this team to the playoffs, and we'll see, sneaking into the 7th seed. We'll see if they can pull off a big upset against their division rivals in the wild card. Heading to Nissan Stadium, they'll be taking on the Tennessee Titans. Very interesting quarterback situation they have. Dak Prescott, who has started this year with Mac Jones backing him up. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so very interesting situation. This offseason, this past offseason for the Titans was very good, but also had this move, which was the big kind of head scratcher of bringing in Dak Prescott, even though you have Mac Jones. And they went with Dak Prescott, and it actually went okay. I mean, this was actually Dak's probably second best year. He's not had the best start of his career. Obviously, spent 7 seasons with the Chargers. Had 1 really good year. Other than that, nothing crazy. Ended up being a backup for the Chargers for 3 years. But yeah, I mean, he's had a pretty solid season for the Titans. 29 touchdowns, 11 picks, 4,200 yards, 69 completion percentage. So
Nice.
he's been solid, and he also is very active in the ground game with 468 yards, 6 touchdowns on 127 carries.
Wow.
And he signed a 3-year contract with this Titans team. So it'll be very interesting to see how he does today. And like you said, I mean, Mac Jones, he started for his entire career so far, the past 2 seasons, but the Titans weren't really excited with what they saw with Mac Jones so far. I think they needed maybe a year or 2 to let him sit under a veteran, because they did let Jake Locker walk at that point prior to Mac Jones coming. So he didn't really have the ability to sit under a guy and learn. So I think maybe that'll be some valuable time for Mac Jones to sit under Dak Prescott while he's still young.
Absolutely. At running back, probably the best 1-2 punch here at running back. You have Josh Jacobs, who has established himself as one of the best running backs, bringing back that smash mouth football that the AFC South played decades ago. And backing him up is Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie. Go and give us some insight on this, on how this run game is performed.
And it's very interesting because they have done a pretty good job with actually splitting up the carries, I'd say. Josh Jacobs not getting a ton of wear and tear on his end with under 200 carries, almost 1,000 yards though. His best average yards per carry, 4.7. He had 10 touchdowns this year. He's breaking a ton of tackles. He's getting touchdowns like nobody's business. He's only fumbled twice in his career. He did have 1 this season, but not really a notable factor. And Josh Jacobs, he's going to get a couple catches maybe here and there, but he's not really the receiving back. That is what they've drafted Gibbs to be, is that speedy third down guy in the receiving game. And he has 62 carries, 250 yards on the ground, brings him to a 4.1 average on the ground with 5 touchdowns, and did get some receiving work as well. 17 catches, almost 200 yards, and a touchdown. I'd expect to see him on those third down passing situations.
It's a good call there. At wide receiver 1 will be Tyler Boyd, who's actually had himself a pretty solid career. Very good jump ball specialist, not the fastest, but he's definitely your guy to go up and get the football for this Titans unit. And backing him up, wide receiver 2 is CD Lamb, who has had a very good 3 years here, just very, very promising player for this Titans squad, and obviously Paris Campbell at the 3. Tell us about this receiving room.
Yeah, so it's actually very interesting because Tyler Boyd, even though he's listed as receiver 1, has not been really the receiver 1 as of late. He only had one 1,000-yard season in the past 4 seasons. His past season, 735 yards, 3 touchdowns, 54 catches. His career low since his rookie season on catches. But yeah, CeeDee Lamb, I mean, he's younger, obviously, and he has been such a great addition to this Titans group. And he's cemented himself as the receiver 1 these past 2 seasons, over 100 catches on both years, over 3,700 yards on both years, and has 21 touchdowns across both years as well. He has been such an electric playmaker for this Titans team that Tyler Boyd has kind of fallen to being a secondary / tertiary option, right? Like it's very interesting because Paris Campbell here had a really good year, almost 900 yards on 60 catches, 7 touchdowns as that deep ball option. With his speed and his athleticism, I think he's just definitely a good option for Dak Prescott to just throw it down the field. You can't forget that they brought in Quentin Johnston as their first round pick. And that is such an interesting option. He hasn't had a single catch this year yet or touch at all, but I think he's something that's going to be very interesting to see how he develops in the future, and we might see him depending on how the game goes.
Yeah, it's interesting that first round receiver isn't getting play time. I mean, maybe they like the room that they have and they want to help them develop, but these guys aren't all that old, so I'm wondering what their plan is for employing Quentin Johnston. But Paris Campbell is the speedster of the squad, and you make a good point that CeeDee Lamb is definitely the better receiver. He's faster, he can catch the ball higher and better, just a better route runner, I would say. I mean, yeah, CeeDee Lamb's the guy. I wonder maybe that's just how they run their formations with Boyd at the X. Maybe help CD get open more often, but we'll have to see how the Titans utilize them. Yeah. At tight end, they have Devin Asiasi and Troy Fumagalli. Tell us how this tight end room has impacted the Titans.
Very interesting is that Devin has actually been utilized a decent bit. I mean, he's getting over 700 yards the past 3 seasons here in Tennessee, getting over 60 catches every year and getting a couple touchdowns here and there. And I think he's just one of those solid just safety blanket options for the quarterback. Obviously, you have a great trio of receiver. I mean, you have a great group in general of receivers and great running backs. You don't really have to worry too much about throwing it to the tight end, but he's not focused on as much as those receivers. So he's a good just check down option, get a couple yards, and it's working out well for him.
Could be a sneaky option for the Titans to look to in this matchup.
Yeah.
Laramie Tunsil at left tackle, very, very good player. He was drafted here and has had some pretty good success. I believe he's been just an all-around great left tackle.
Yeah, I mean, he's been to 4 Pro Bowls. He's, his first year in Tennessee wasn't great, 21 sacks given up, but ever since he's kind of rounded it out to be maybe 1 every 2 games, maybe a little bit more than that, which is going to happen if you're a tackle going against some really great edges, especially in this division. But he has been a great pickup, even with the whole gas mask incident on draft day.
Yep. That was quite the situation there. Dan Feeney at left guard here for the Titans. He's solid, nothing too impressive, but he's not a liability. Little lacking in pass technique, but I mean, as a guard, you don't necessarily need that. He's a great run blocker in terms of technique and power. That's what you're looking for at left guard.
Yeah, and I think his pass blocking has definitely shown up to be a little bit worrisome. He's given up more sacks than you'd like from a guard. So we'll see if that plays a factor here today or not.
We'll see how he holds up in the interior, along with Ryan Kelly out of Alabama. He's serviceable. Again, nothing too special here at center, but he gets the job done. He's the signal caller for the offensive line, and good in run blocking. I think Ryan Kelly will hold.
Yeah, although he's given up 6 sacks this year, so that's something to also take a notice of.
Michael Dieter here at right guard. Despite the other concerns at inside interior, on paper Michael Dieter is probably the worst one. Very not great pass block finesse, as we can see there. Not a great technique guy. And then run block technique is also not great. So the least technical of their 3 not so technical interior linemen, but he's powerful. He can run block, and they hope they've had a pretty solid run game, so hopefully they can hold.
Yeah, I mean he's only given up 3 sacks each of the past 3 seasons, so I think part of that's because he's getting double team help with Ryan Kelly, so I think that plays into it, but he's not necessarily a liability.
At right tackle, you have Sam Tevi starting out of Utah. The Colts. I mean, this Titans offensive line is the definition of just bend but don't break. Solid guys. These aren't guys who are known for their cleanest pockets. They have given up some sacks, as you mentioned, but as a unit, they've not performed too terribly. I mean, they got the Titans here, and that's what they needed. Sam Tevi is no exception to that. Very good run blocker for a tackle. I mean, at right tackle, it's usually a skill set you're looking for. Great technique. He's powerful enough. He gets the job done.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think overall, good O-line, but the sacks are still kind of an issue, so we'll have to see how that plays.
Yeah, we'll see how they hold up against a very, very good Colts defensive line. Speaking of defensive line, AJ Epinesa, who is now redacted, is taking the field here in his 3rd year. Yep. Adam Epinesa, 83 overall fella here. He's very solid. I mean, he's definitely more of a power edge, but he can get to the quarterback, and we'll see how he holds up.
Yeah, very interesting for him. He's one of those guys that he's going to get the pressures, but he's not going to clean up those sacks. Usually, he's just not able to get to the quarterback. I think that's where he's limited. I think defensively.
Well, that reminds us of the how J.J. Watt didn't necessarily do well in terms of his own stats. Being a powerful defensive lineman, you can open up lanes for your other guys, and especially with the other guys here on this Titans defensive line, you have Nick Bosa across from him, and Nick Bosa is very good. We were talking about the Bosa Bowl. Nick Bosa is this going to be a fun matchup?
Yeah, I mean Bosa's been great. Past 3 seasons, 13.5 sacks or more each year. He's just so good. I mean, just like his brother, both elite edge rushers at pretty much everything that they do.
Left outside linebacker Akeem Ayers, veteran superstar for the Tennessee Titans. Very, very good player. He's, I believe, a pass rusher. Give us the insight.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around forever, it feels like, right? And he's been great. I mean, former Defensive Player of the Year in his 2nd year with Tennessee. But he's just been consistently solid. Obviously, last year, a little bit of a down year, but this year he's showing that he's still got it. 17 tackles for a loss, 13.5 sacks. He's one of the best consistent edge rushers in league's history, possibly.
Middle linebacker, you have Tremaine Edmonds, who is a very solid Mike linebacker for the Tennessee Titans. 5 years of experience, and he is primed to be very, very good. Very excited for this situation here. Hags, another DeWolf, another individual claimed by DeWolf. No, but yeah, Tremaine Edmonds, very good. Definitely on the slower side, but he's a thumper. Go real quick. Let's get right outside linebacker, and I'll get your insights on this linebacker room. Marcus Smith and Arnold McCady are the other two notable names. Arnold McCady was drafted 2 years ago, technically, from this time, and Marcus Smith, I believe. I don't think he started on the Titans. He might be a free agent acquisition.
Yeah. Let me take a look. No, he has been a Titan for his whole career. The interesting thing with this defense is it seems like the only one who's actually getting the statistics at off-ball linebacker is Tremaine Edmonds. All these other guys are sitting at like 20 or less tackles. So I'm very curious to see what exactly is happening here because Marcus Smith did very little this season. Pretty much a non-factor, even though he's gotten some play time. I wonder if Ebikede's getting some more. No, not even him. So I don't really know what they're doing exactly, but it seems like Tremaine Edmonds is just the only guy making plays at middle linebacker.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see this linebacker group perform. I mean, same with the Colts. I think they have interesting skill sets, complementing, but very interesting. We'll see how the linebackers hold up in this game. DJ Reed is the starting corner for. I would say Stingley's probably the starting X corner here, second-year man out of LSU, but DJ Reed will probably be opposing him. And then I would assume in the slot will be DeAndre Baker playing in nickel.
It's a good shot. Very interesting how these two teams who both picked corners back to back, right, and top 5-6 picks, I think. They're taking very different approaches, obviously, with just what they have at corner. But Derek Stingley, obviously, rated as their best corner, and he's going to be probably playing, like you said, outside as their number one. Whereas Sauce Gardner is not even really playing that much. He is more of their fourth option, which is very intriguing. But yeah, still a very good group here overall with a good mix of athleticism and technique. And they differently from the Colts corners, they lean specifically towards man. So we'll be seeing a lot of man from these corners today.
Absolutely, and so elite corners on the outsides, I would say. Well, maybe DJ Reed's, I would say, I don't know about elite, but Derek Stingley's definitely elite. He's going to become even better. And obviously DeAndre Baker, I mean, he's going to punish you in the flat. If you just take that flat route too many times, he'll make sure you bite the bullet.
Yeah, he will take a shot at you for sure. And yeah, he's
he might even send some cornerback blitzes. You might see some slot blitzes, and get your not how many gun jokes can we squeeze in?
He's gonna kill somebody today with the gun.
Okay, that's wow. There you go.
He's gonna shoot someone. He's gonna pull out a pistol.
He's gonna shoot someone,
and he's gonna kill. He's gonna kill somebody, and it's probably gonna be Trey Lance, so that they have to use the 57 overall backup quarterback. But anyways,
that might be the game plan.
Adrian Amos, yeah, he's a veteran, obviously been here forever. I mean, he just, he doesn't do a ton, but that's not a bad thing because, if your safety is really having a lot of tackles, having a lot of plays, sometimes that means you're relying too much on your safeties to be the key of your defense. I've seen it with Minkah Fitzpatrick as a Steelers fan. Sometimes him being the leader is not what you want because you're letting plays happen too far downfield. So he's good. He can be a good player for them, and I think Petrie learning under him is going to be a really good option down the line.
Yeah, Petrie definitely will be. Jabril Peppers starting a strong safety, cemented himself as a very, very solid, option. Sorry, I'm getting texted.
Yeah, I mean, he's he's one of those guys again. I think, as a strong safety, you're gonna have him play a little bit closer to the line, maybe in the box a bit more. He's been getting more tackles. Obviously, he's getting some sacks, so he'll be maybe sent on a safety blitz or two today. He doesn't get a ton of turnovers, but he definitely is a great tackler, and we will most likely see him putting some pressure on Trey Lance today.
Absolutely. Yeah, this could be very, very interesting situation. They have very young safeties. You'll likely see Jalen Petrie and Sidney Brown starting for the Titans near future. Tucker McCann is the starting kicker. Actually, very, very good, I would say. Very strong leg.
You would assume that, but he has not been this season. 15 of 20 on field goals. Ooh. He's perfect on the extra points, but a very interesting fact is he has played 3 seasons. First season with the Colts, second season with the Jags, this season with Tennessee. Will he complete the AFC South run in 4 years next season? I'm curious, and I hope so.
What deal is he on? Is he on 1 year?
Let me check. He is. If Matt Prater leaves, Tucker McCann to the Texans. Confirmed.
Matt Prater's definitely getting older, if I remember correctly. So
he's 37. Possibly.
We'll see if they go with McCann. Yeah, or maybe he might even just leave. But yeah, no. So AFC South alumni, Tucker McCann. At punter, they have, I'm partial as a Bills fan, but Sam Martin booting the football.
I don't know if booting's necessarily the right word. I think he's
accurate, but
he's like, I don't know. He's like skidding it on the ground, bunt kicking it. But he's very accurate. He is very accurate with it. And he's played for, it seems to be every team in the NFL. He started in Pittsburgh for 2 years, went to Tennessee, went back to Pittsburgh, went to the Jets, went to Miami, went to Seattle, went to Atlanta, and now he's back in Tennessee.
Good old Sam Martin getting tossed around.
He's been tossed around more than, I don't know, Monte Teo's girlfriend who doesn't exist.
Then Tina Pearl.
Yeah, that too. Tina Pearl. I mean, how can you explain that many children? These DeWolfs.
And some of them are black, some of them are white. There's probably some Hispanic in there. I mean, shit.
I don't know. Adam DeWolf has a lot to explain, and maybe that's why why he's missed the playoffs the past last year, and then he made it this year. But last year he missed the playoffs after the Super Bowl run, and I think that drama kind of got in the way of the team's success. But that's not who we're talking about at all.
I wonder if he had to use any cap space for legal fees. Battling that off.
They had to. They did actually have to forfeit about $20 million as a fine to the NFL because of those we'll
Roger Goodell was not happy after we called that game. I got a few emails myself. We'll try to steer clear of that situation. But so Titans Colts, good.
Yeah, no, there's not really a lot of drama with this game. As long as DeAndre Baker doesn't shoot somebody on the field, we will be okay. Because these are two teams that are just really good right now, and they obviously the two back-to-back Super Bowl champions earlier in the over a decade now. So we'll see how they do here today, and I'm very curious if the Colts can overcome the 13-4 Titans.
Got a Bosa Bowl here in Nissan Stadium. Colts on the road as the 7th seed. We'll take a real quick glance at the rest of the playoff bracket. You have the Bolts taking on the Texans here.
Yeah. Andrew Luck versus Lamar Jackson.
Sunday night slot.
That's going to be a very interesting one. I think Jags fans are sad about it. They're still not over losing Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew Luck has found himself in the playoffs, for the first time in a long time. It's been a few years since the Jags had those championship appearances. I think they had at least one championship appearance.
Yeah.
Bills Ravens.
Yeah, you can hear the QB matchup for that.
Yeah, let's hear the QB matchup
It
for
is
Bulls
Josh Allen as a Raven versus Brock Osweiler,
Oh,
who is over Davis Webb, even though
oh,
Davis Webb had a weirdly okay season last year.
Bills legend Davis Webb. I don't want to talk about that anymore. We got Packers Buccaneers in
Daniel
your Sunday
Jones and Anthony
Sunday
Richardson
afternoon
and
slot.
Kenny Pickett all in the
Wow,
same
you'll
Buccaneers group there.
get to see all those elite quarterbacks playing
They're gonna
right
have
after the game.
they're gonna have a rotation just like the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Wolves franchise versus the legend that Dwayne Haskins has become, along with Drew Lock and Brock Purdy. Can we have like a 3v3 boxing match of those quarterbacks? That'd be interesting.
That would be. You have Detroit going to Mercedes-Benz Stadium to take on the Atlanta Falcons here at Sunday afternoon.
Matt Stafford's Lions versus Jordan Love's Falcons.
There you go. And then lastly, you have the Saturday night football game will be Eagles taking on the Cardinals at home in Lincoln Financial Field.
Again, RG3, who a lot of controversy with the decisions for the Texans versus Mariota. I also did notice, and it pisses me off more, guess who the backup quarterback is for the Chargers?
Who?
Joe Burrow, an 84 overall. Fuck off.
Wow.
Don't sign that man.
So
they
took Andrew Luck. They had Joe Burrow and they took
I'll
Andrew
take Joe
Luck.
Burrow. I should let Joe Burrow go to us, the Jags.
Well, unfortunately, Jacksonville will be rocking their elite locker hopefully for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
for now, though, I think we're ready to get right into this action here.
Yeah, and let's see how this works.
Oh no, so that's a problem. I'm not going to be able to sim the game because I'm going to have to play against CJ.
I think.
So I think we might have to get rid of him. Or tell him, I'm gonna be stuck in this screen for a second.
Hold on.
But could do. Oh, you could turn on autopilot, right? I believe if you turn on autopilot, it makes it so you play his CPU.
Can I turn that on for him? I don't know. I can.
Awesome. Go ahead and once this.
How many weeks do I want him on? Just one.
We'll just do this week.
I also did notice that Adam DeWolf is no longer in the franchise.
He might have left it.
I did.
For whatever reason. All right, we'll leave this session and we'll try this again here. See if this works.
Yeah. Having some technical difficulties again, like we did. I also am getting word that Taylor Swift was supposed to be the halftime show, but Travis Kelce divorced Miss Swift, and she is now boycotting football as a whole. So she has decided to back out last minute, and we do not have a replacement, so we will have no halftime show, just more ads.
We'll have some strippers in the stands.
Yeah, I mean, we are in Tennessee, so... Sure.
Tennessee's known for strippers.
I forgot this is the Super Bowl, so we don't even have a halftime show. So fuck you.
Yeah. I guess Taylor Swift was gonna show up to this random Colts Titans wild card game. She was
gonna do her her old country stuff, and a little bit of a remembrance of her career and whatever. I don't know. She should go fucking die or something. Not actually. She should just not be famous.
There you go.
DeAndre Baker should step in.
DeAndre Baker's. Oh no. We see our two quarterbacks here.
Man,
Trey Lance.
Thank God it's not -1 for both numbers, or it's -2 for both numbers. That would have
-2. Yeah. Yep.
That would have been
good call there.
9-8. Thank goodness. I'm very curious to see how the home crowd actually plays into this one. Titans crowd, obviously, they've been hungering for a playoff appearance after not being there for a while. So, I mean, you'd have to assume
they're Syrians walking the sideline.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
both these teams have missed the playoffs many years since their Super Bowls.
It's Julia Connor.
Yeah, so I feel like both these fans are really gonna be passionate about this game more so than normal because of the droughts that they've been on. And it does look like can't tell actually. The Titans are kicking off. No, the Colts.
It'll
are kicking
be
off.
the Colts kicking off here. I'm gonna go ahead. Nope, wrong button. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on slow, and we will jump forward to the end of the game. All right, Colts kicking off here.
Ooh, look at the swag.
Start this game.
The sleeve behind the back. Little hawk sleeve behind the back. That's a good tackle and kickoff there. So they're gonna start about the 21, I believe. Dak Prescott walking out with Josh Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb. I mean, that's a great team.
You want to do you can do the Titans play-by-play call. I'll do the Colts play-by-play call.
Sure. I mean, yeah, Dak Prescott. We talked about his stats. I think he's gonna have a tough task against this Colts defense. We've talked about them. What is that stance? Oh my! It's gonna be a play action to start off, and he's running for his life immediately. Leonard Williams gets there, but it looked like there was 3 other Colts who could have gotten there. Oh man, Titans.
We talked about that offensive line situation.
Yeah, Leonard Williams wanted some tea after that sack. They're gonna go 5 wide. I mean, they kind of feel like they need to, I guess, because of that sack. Dak getting pressured again gets us out. That's gonna get overturned.
Probably going back.
But that was a CeeDee Lamb catch, but not for a lot there. That's a strong secondary player to pick up the defensive lineman. But yeah, I mean, that's clearly out on collision with the grounds. But I mean, I don't know. This Colts defensive line, man, they're already looking like they're getting pressure.
Colts don't know the call yet. They're trotting out there.
No, they do not. I don't know why they would be. But here's Trey Lance's stats.
We will see. Yeah, you get a look at Trey Lance. He's played pretty well. This has been the best Colts quarterback playing since, I would say, Peyton Manning. I mean, you obviously have Kirk Cousins, who gave a good decade to that football team, and he didn't really do much with it. He was the quarterback for that whole drought. They had some good years with Kirk statistically, but he was never able to elevate them to a playoff appearance like Trey has in his first season.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great connection with Odell, but clearly it was more of a Odell situation than a Kirk situation. I mean, Odell has been great with whatever quarterback he's had. Dak getting pressured again. This O-line is falling apart. Dak's going to run himself and slides so he doesn't get killed by DeAndre Baker. No, it's Eric Rowe. I would imagine if it was DeAndre Baker.
DeAndre Baker's saving his killer move for later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's too early for that, especially when this defensive line might kill Dak Prescott first. So we might see Mac Jones.
Too early to be taking shots.
Yeah, and it's going to be a fair caught at the 35. Colts time. For real.
Trey Lance trotting out. Center is offsides.
Oh,
if he doesn't adjust, this is going to be a penalty, I believe.
Nope.
No, okay. They won't call it.
Very interesting.
Leonard Fournette with 2 yards. Yeah, he looked like very clearly off center, but he won't get called. Looks like he's still kind of off center, but they're not calling it. So
I think maybe he's just disabled.
Maybe.
I think
that's a good completion there. Good.
Yeah, they're just giving him some accessibility options. But yeah, this is so far a good start, and I think you're seeing what the game plan was to not let Trey get sacked, and that's the quick throws like that.
Another quick throw there. I believe that's the O.J. Howard again.
Very nice.
Taking him his second pass.
Yeah, I mean, already looking better than the Titans offense did. These quick throws definitely seem to be the move. Titans might have to take that into consideration next drive.
Absolutely. You have Trey Lance here in the shotgun. 3 receivers to one side. He takes the snap.
Ooh.
Finds a man completed. That's to
OJ again.
85. Is that OJ?
Yes, it is. OJ Howard looking like his predecessor, OJ,
yep.
in terms of being good at football. OJ Simpson.
No room for 2 killers on this team, though.
No, he's killing.
There you go. Trey Lance and pistol takes the snap. He's looking for a man. He's sacked.
Man, that's a rough loss to take on that one. Is that Bosa? It looks like it is Nick Bosa on the sack. And that's a tough one. I mean, probably should have tried to throw it away, but that's a tough play.
Yeah, but Lance tried to get his tried to rely on his legs too much, but the younger Bosa brother will get his first sack of the game. You'll see another 3 receiver to one side. Gun formation here. Trey Lance motioning a man out. Takes the snap. Ooh. Hands it off to, I believe that's the running back 2. That's not Leonard Fournette.
No, that looks like that is Lynn Bowden.
And Bowden. Obviously, they have running back 3, Isaiah Spiller. They like their Spiller running backs. They're coming out here in 3 tight ends. He's going to fake a handoff.
Oh, no.
Gets sacked again. Oh!
And
Nick Bosa set him up.
I was not Nick Bosa. Number 57. It's somebody else, I believe. I don't know who. I should probably
we can check. Can check the replay if needed.
You're good.
Okay.
I'll pull up the rosters. But that was a rough hit.
Well, one man set him up and the other man knocked him down. That was brutal.
Yeah, and I think it's very interesting how their first set of downs, they went quick passes, and then they decided, let's throw in some play action, and that was maybe not a good idea.
They were operating well out of shotgun.
They got hit hard. But Dak gonna motion out. I believe that's Josh Jacobs. I can't tell exactly, but Dak, yeah, that's Josh. Maybe, I don't know. Quick throw, gain of 4 is Josh Jacobs in the catch there. Is 54 Bobby Wagner? I'd have to assume it is with a nice tackle.
I think 54 is Wagner. Yep, that's Wagner.
And 3 receivers set to the right side. Dak throwing it again. Quick throw, learning from the drive earlier from Trey Lance. Huge hit. Well, that's a first down for a CSE, or however you pronounce his name.
Asiasi?
Sure.
Something like that.
Who the hell is number 57? I couldn't tell you. Oh, man, and that's just a screen pass that didn't work.
Bowed down the line. Is that Tillery? Yep, that's Tillery who batted it down.
It's a nice play. 57 was AJ Empinesa, actually, with the big hit. There's going to be a read option. Dak Prescott using his legs, but not able to get anything except for maybe a yard.
Did mention how Prescott liked to run this year, and he tried to hit him with a bit of foolery there.
Yeah, but they were not having that. 3rd and 9, motioning receiver across, but it's going to be a pass, of course. Dak looking for something, gets hit as he throws it out of bounds.
Oh, I was almost there.
That's just, I
mean, that was
tough pressure. I mean, these defensive lines they're showing that this is just 2 strengths of the teams here. These pass rushes are getting home, making their presence felt. It's going to be a tough day for the quarterbacks.
Absolutely will be. I'll be returned up to the 28. Trey Lance taking the field. He had a good drive starting out, and that sack really brought the squad back. So hopefully they can get back to what they know best and get some completions here. Here's Trey Lance in the shotgun, takes the snap. He throws it to his man, O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard's a safety blanket so far for Trey Lance.
I think he's up to 4 catches now, I believe. Maybe 5. By the way, that was
O.J. Howard
on the tackle at the end of the play. Trey Lance.
Big play. Trey Lance takes off. He's chugging down the sideline.
Wow. Big play.
Wow.
I'd love to see that.
Big play there for Trey Lance.
That's a heck of a play.
Colts quarterbacks, I mean, Kirk Cousins wasn't known quite for his speed, nor was Peyton Manning. So this is the first time the Colts have had a dual threat quarterback, much like the Texans had. But that'll be the end of the first quarter, 0-0. Colts with the ball after a big run. Probably the big offensive play here for Trey Lance, and this Colts offense is on the move.
Yeah, I mean, that's a just very different type of play that you'll see from Colts pass quarterbacks.
Colts and shotgun. Throws to O.J. Howard. There is a flag. I did see the quarterback get hit there, but I don't know if it was a late hit.
It is.
It was.
On who? Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa getting a bit chippy. I mean, yeah, Bosa Bowl, as we said, both brothers are playing. I'm sure his brother won't be too happy about him hitting the quarterback. Probably in shotgun out wide.
Blitz.
Trey Lance pops it to the backup. Remind me of his name.
Bowden. Lynn Bowden.
Dowden. Sorry, Dowden. But no, Dowden's definitely the third down back here for the squad so far. Lenny and now in the backfield. They seem to like this out wide look here.
Takes a snap. Oh man, look at the pressure.
Trey Lance handles it well, though. Was able to deliver to his slot receiver, I believe that might have been. Maybe Jerry Jeudy or someone like that.
That was Amos on the tackle.
Or OBJ, one of the two. Run for Fournette, and he'll be brought for a loss of 2. Try to get the run game going there. Nothing to it. Smith on the tackle.
That's a great play to stop the third down conversion.
We mentioned O.J. Howard being a good run blocker, and he kind of just got lost. He moved a bit too fast. Didn't, he needed to escort his guy to the second level, and Smith's able to make a big play.
Let's see how the rookie kicker does. Gives him the lead. So, taking the number 4, that's a pretty historic number, isn't it? Maybe for the Colts? I don't remember. 2 or 4. Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. But Titan's going to get the ball. They're going to return it here. And that's a speedy player, but he gets squashed down at 27.
Good coverage on the kickoff.
Yeah, very, very solid coverage. And, I mean, so far, this O-line has been torn to pieces, so Dak needs to do a little bit better on these quick throws. And that's a nice broken tackle. Ooh. Oh, man. Devin is CSC.
Is that Mariani's number, 82?
I think he was 83 or 81. He was 83? One of those 3. I think he was
83 sounds right.
Yeah. Obviously the legend Mark Mariani mentioned there. And there's a run for Jacobs, able to get 2, makes us a 3rd and 1. They have some options here on what they're going to do. And they're going to bring out, looks like a tight end at fullback as well. Looks like they're going to...
a full house formation. You have linebackers clumped up here.
And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. He pushes forward for the first down. That's Josh Jacobs getting just enough to keep this drive alive. And that's really all you need. You really just need to get some momentum, get the first downs going. The big plays will come. You just need to get some momentum. And that's what they really need. They have 3 receivers on the right side here. Looking pass again. That was
Bobby
close.
Wagner.
Bobby Wagner on the coverage. Tried to go to Devin, a CSC again, but just not able to connect there with the pressure in his face. 3 receivers to the other side. Play action. Oh, man. That was a crazy throw. But Terrace Campbell can't hold on. I mean, what a throw from Dak. What a throw from Dak. Pressure in his face. Super accurate ball, but Terrace Campbell just not able to bring it in. Running back motioning out wide. It's Josh Jacobs with the bunch on the left side. Dak looking quick. That's a great throw. Campbell makes up for the drop right after that.
That was a big catch by Campbell to reinstate himself after that drop. He says, Dak, I got you. Yeah. And he makes a big catch, gets open. That's a big play for the Tennessee Titans, avoiding a 3rd down failure and a punt.
Yeah, definitely. And I think these receivers and corners are going to have a nice battle today. Here's a short one to, I believe that's the backup tight end. I don't even know who their backup tight end is, but Bobby Wagner on the tackle. He's just, he's Bobby Wagner. There's really not much to say. That was Troy.
Jameer Gibbs in the backfield.
Ooh, Gibbs sighting motion. It's going to be a jet touch pass, but oh man, it's blown up. Harris Campbell tried to get some yardage. Did only lose a yard, but still. Colts defense prepared for that play. And we got 2 tight ends on the field. Never mind, that's 1. And that's a screen. Takes a shot, but no one is there to stop the screen. Josh Jacobs, first down. And Dak looked like he got hit hard. That was a big hit.
Yeah. You got buckled, but a good play call in all honesty. I mean, you don't expect Jacobs to be the guy taking the screen pass, so I think that was a good, smart play call.
Yeah, and they're going to go pass again. 4-man rush. Oh, that's a tight cut throw there. But Lamb can't bring it in. Quay Walker in there to break that one up. And obviously had a lot of training with Bobby Wagner over this season to really hone in that skill. Here's a corner blitz of some sort. Oof. Overthrown. Could have been picked off by, is that Hufanga on the field? He is.
That's Hufanga. You mentioned that 4-2-5 they might be in, and it looks like that they're leaning towards having the multiple DBs and safeties on the field.
Yeah, and motioning out Jacobs again, going back to the pass. They love the pass pressure again. It's gonna be intercepted, undercut. I don't know who number 5 is, but that's a big return happening now.
Is that DeAndre Baker?
Down. It might be. No, it's Eric
Murray.
CB2.
Big play there for Eric Murray.
And I mean, that's just an unfortunately underthrown ball. Pressure in Dak's face, obviously. Tough to make a throw.
Tillery was about to bury him.
Oof, but
Eric
still,
Murray cleans up play.
I mean, yeah, that's a rough one, but great play from the Colts in general on that play.
Trey Lance taking the field back again. He's gonna look to make a big play here.
Yeah,
he needs to get the offense rolling. Good.
They have time here to really take a nice convincing lead. See if they can do it though. Ooh.
That'll be a tackle for no gain there on the quick.
Been a warning. So 3-0 Colts. Again, defenses have still been pretty good, and I'm interested to see what their game plan is here on this 2-minute drill. Oh, man.
No gain there for Leonard Fournette on the carry. 3rd and 10.
Interesting that they went run there on 2nd down. Oh man, okay.
Going for it on 3rd down as well.
Wow.
Oh, that's a big one.
Nice stiff arms.
Stiff arms, man.
Wow.
We talked about Leonard Fournette, being the main option. Bowden is making an impact here.
Yeah, that was a nice play, and I don't think the Titans were ready for a run on 3rd and 10, especially after that no gain from Fournette on 2nd down.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Leonard Fournette with a nice carry as well. That's 9 yards. This Colts run game's looking pretty solid now.
Yeah. It's not exactly the normal game plan of starting with passes and then run it on the 2-minute drill, but it's working.
Certainly is. That's another catch for OJ Howard, who's putting up a decent game so far. The main recipient of Trey Lance's passes. Colts will take a timeout here. It's good for them on that run that got them the first down on 3rd and 10. That Bowden also went out of bounds. I mean, everything's working out for them. They're coming out in the goal line, I believe.
Yeah, they have. They have the time to do it. They can run this football. They got 2 timeouts.
They're playing smash mouth football. Leonard Fournette is just going to get in there for 4 yards. Colts do need to handle the time well. They want to go get a touchdown. They're just going to play it very conservative here.
Very interesting decision here. Trey changing the play.
He's passing.
All right.
Pass to Leonard Fournette.
Hey,
practically no gain.
I'm a little curious on the idea behind the time management here. I mean, yeah, you're still within the 20, but I mean, you only have 15 seconds and 1 timeout now, and they're bringing pressure. Oh, Trey Lance
takes off.
Oh, wow.
And he's almost to the end zone, but they're going to probably take a field goal here.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't help but think that they could have handled that better.
Yeah, a little passive. They definitely seemed like they were playing to not turn the ball over and not playing to score. The Colts will trot out the field goal unit. The rookie lines up on the left side of the hash, and it is good. Very low-scoring game, 6-0 going into halftime. Very interesting. They came out in I form and goal line, and they were just pounding the rock, and it's just not the time to do it, I think. But regardless, the Colts will happily take 6 points. The 6-point lead over the Titans into the second half. Yeah,
and I mean, hey, if they get the ball here to start the 3rd quarter as well, so I mean they're playing the game how they want to. They don't want Dak Prescott and those really good receivers to really get going, and it's working so far. So
absolutely, we have a halftime report. This is the first game of the playoffs, so we won't be seeing anything, but Texans Chargers will be playing, and Ravens Bills will also be playing this upcoming weekend. Hosting your opener here, the playoffs. Trey Lance has had himself a very solid opener. He had big runs. The running backs got involved. We saw Bowden with some big plays. And OJ Howard's been the main guy in the receiving game. Titans had that hookup to Paris Campbell from Dak Prescott, and then that interception very untimely, and otherwise been very slow for both offenses. They've played ball control football. Colts are coming back out here with Trey Lance.
Yeah, it's been very few and far between on those positive offensive plays. Defenses have been pretty good overall.
Here's OJ Howard again on an 8-yard reception. They're starting to maybe get a little frustrated. Linebacker hit him a bit hard. I mean, OJ Howard's just finding space.
Yeah, and this is their third game that they've played, obviously, this season against each other. There's going to be that rivalry.
There's Leonard.
And, I mean, this Titans defense starting to get look a little tired even after halftime. I mean, it's a little concerning for their defense to be giving up some chunks like that.
Trey Lance in shotgun takes the snap. Looking to throw. He finds the sideline. Oh,
it's a good
that
pass
was to
breaker.
OJ Howard, but that was Moreau on the play there.
That was a really nice play from Fabian Moreau, who is their fourth corner.
Handoff to Bowden Jr. for 1-yard gain.
That's a nice tackle there. That's going to really set the Titans up in a good spot to defend this third down here.
Colts in shotgun.
That was
Takes
Jalen
the snap.
Petrie on the tackle.
Trey Lance gets buried.
Sandwiched Ayers.
Keen Ayers.
It's Ayers and those Epinesa again.
Tell us about this Titans D-line. I mean, we've seen the Colts defensive line dominating early, but don't forget about these Titans. They've already had that's their second sack.
Yeah.
Pancaking Smith and Ayers.
Yeah, just absolutely just made a Trey Lance sandwich. Harris Johnson having a tough battle, obviously, with Akeem Ayers, the longtime elite veteran opposite of him. So it's a tough matchup for sure, for both Colts tackles today against those edge rushers. But it's a great stop for the Titans, and they have a chance to try to get some momentum back their way. They've had one good drive. That drive just before the pick was really solid, and they looked like they were maybe getting something together. Just the pressure again from the Colts defensive line has been really, really felt, and they need to game plan better against that pass rush. So we'll see what they do here. 3 receivers stacked to the right, motioning a man to the left. Dak passing again. That's a nice throw over the middle, and the tight end's getting heavy usage today. Devin Asiasi again.
Wagner on the tackle there, and that was a nice throw.
Yeah.
Right past Wagner.
Yeah, I mean, those are the high-level throws that they feel like Dak could make over Mac Jones. Handoff, Josh Jacobs. Not able to get too much, only a yard. These run games on both sides, I mean, they were effective in the regular season, but these teams know each other so well, and they know how to stop the run. So it's going to be tough. Here's a blitz, but well protected. And it's the backup tight end with 5 yards, Fumagalli. I mean, hey, 3rd and 4 it's a solid situation. They have options here. They could run it. They could pass it. But Colts look like they're prepared for a run, stacked in the box. It's going to be a pass, though. Pressured. Gets it out to the running back. Oh, he stiff arms him, but not able to turn upfield. Oof.
That was a big play by 29. I believe that might be the safety. I don't know who 29 is.
29.
That might be
29 is Terrell Burgess.
Burgess. Free safety coming down to make a
uh-oh.
play there. Well, what do we got there? 41. Injury timeout. That is... I don't know who 41
Rashawn
is.
Evans. That's a big loss if he's not able to come back in. Looking like a
Yeah,
little
hopefully he
shoulder.
can... Hopefully he can nurse that shoulder injury on this drive here while Trey Lance takes the field. Quick shot there, number 13.
Okay.
That's what? Wait,
Oh my
what?
God. No wonder
Odell
he's been
Beckham
so
Jr.
good. This white boy can
Is
play.
white.
This white boy's got moves.
Odell Beckham can play football.
Oh man.
Leonard
'Cause
Fournette tearing a run.
You know why he's been so consistent? Because he plays the right way. He's the
he
lunch
plays the right
pail.
way. We think of Odell Beckham as this explosive playmaker. I'd argue at this point now he's more he's by the books and he's just
He's not
sneaky,
a diva.
athletic.
Not a diva
Not
at
a
all.
diva.
Keeps his head down,
No.
respects everybody, and treats everyone with respect. Crazy stuff here. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh.
Big play there for number 11.
That's Judy.
The Colts, that
That's
is Jaden Reed, the rookie.
Okay, Rook.
Nice catch there. They're coming out in a heavy formation here, handing it off to Leonard Fournette, who finds another hole. I mean, wow,
Yeah.
breaking tackles. Leonard Fournette in this, and even remind me of his name, Junior, something Junior.
Junior, yeah.
Bowden Junior. Yeah, run game's been working pretty well. They're coming out here in single back. Hands it off to Leonard Fournette again. Only a gain of 1, but Leonard Fournette's been playing pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Titans, you have to be a little bit worried here that the run defense is not holding up as well as you'd hope, especially with the Colts with the lead. Can't have that.
Lance takes the snap.
Oh, that could have been
Batted
really
down.
bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. Maybe not the smartest play from the first-year starter. Oh,
that's a big pass. That's caught by Odell Beckham Jr. undercover.
I mean, I think he kind of blends in with the uniform and with the lights, with the sun. Like the sunlight, you can't see him. He kind of flashes by, Yeah.
He just bounces off him. He's able to stay cool.
Yeah, that's a great throw from Lance, especially after the throw that he had just prior.
Yeah, big third down conversion there for the Colts, and go back to Lenny for no gain. But I mean, Lance is playing solid. The scoreboard is extremely, extremely low. I'm very curious. I guess the Colts are just capitalizing on Titans' mistakes and chewing the clock. That's a big catch there from Jaden Reed, the rookie again. It's another injury on the offensive line. Paris Johnson
that could be
on the sideline.
Absolutely devastating, depending on how severe it is. But we're going to be
seeing
Sam Cosmi probably. It's actually Isaiah Prince starting at the right tackle spot right now. Very interesting. Okay, Odell, a little run.
A little sweep there for Odell. Gets about a yard. Yeah. That'll take us to the fourth quarter of action. The Colts up 6-0.
I have to wonder why they have Isaiah Prince in over Sam Cosmi. Sam Cosmi is a better player. I don't really understand. He's a better pass blocker. I feel like he's just a better player overall by a good margin. So I'm a little interested in why they're putting Isaiah Prince in. I don't know if Sam Cosmi maybe has some sort of inside issues with the team. Oh man, the screen. What a call. What a call.
Touchdown. Leonard Fournette.
And with how this game has been playing, that could be the dagger. And I know it's only 2 scores, but like this Titans offense has not been able to really get much going, and you're up 2 scores as the Colts and you have the defense that you have, you might be set.
Yeah, but Titans could definitely rise to the occasion. There's still time. The Colts are going to go for 2 here to make it a clean 2-score game, extra points included. Trey Lance audibles at the line. He turns this to a pistol formation.
Odell in the slot here. Oh man, don't have to
watch
him.
Don't know who that is. Number 50.
That is
Smith again. That's Smith.
Yeah. We talked about him really not making much of a factor in the season, but Marcus Smith has had a couple tackles today, and that one's a big one, which might give them a potential advantage if they can get their offense going here. We'll see. They're going to start the 27 once again. Dak has had some good throws. I don't think Dak has necessarily played poorly. I just think the O-line hasn't played up to par.
He's not gotten the ball for that long either.
No, he has not. The Colts have done a really good job at keeping the ball away. They're ranked 8th in takeaways on the season. They have 1 already today with that interception earlier. You obviously are going to be mindful of that with this defense being so good at taking the ball away. Motioning Josh Jacobs out again. We haven't seen much of Gibbs either. That's something to note. CeeDee Lamb's first catch, I believe. He's gotten attempts thrown his way, a couple targets, but hasn't been able to bring him in until that one. A nice first down grab.
Good start to the drive.
Yeah, and it's interesting that they're going a lot of 2 tight end sets here, even though they have 3 really good receivers and only 2 tight ends on the roster. And there's
I think you made a good call earlier about, okay, well, Josh Jacobs is the greatest man to ever play football, according to this score bug here.
Yeah,
Wow.
he has 85,000 yards.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
obviously, we all know Josh Jacobs is like that.
Yeah, he is. And here's a low snap play action. Great protection this time. Gets it out to CSC again. And it's interesting that he has been the main receiver for Dak today, and not CeeDee Lamb, not Paris Campbell.
Yeah. Smart play call, though.
We haven't seen Tyler Boyd. Just to note that we have not seen Tyler Boyd at all. He has not even thrown the ball his way once. That's a scary throw. I don't know. I mean, in this situation, you have to go for it. 4th and 3, you're at midfield. Yeah, you got to go
for it.
This could be the game.
This is very important. Dak Prescott and shotgun.
Takes a snap.
Dak, wow,
wide open. You can't leave that open. Paris Campbell, maybe the easiest 4th down conversion you could ever have.
That's an uncommon mistake for Bobby Wagner. That's often where he needs to fill in and make the play. But they catch him slacking.
They're going to go 5 wide. They know that they need to keep going, and that's a good play from Devin to CSC again.
There's Colt diving for that ball.
Yeah.
He's able to keep it out of stands.
Yeah, it's under 5 minutes to go now. I mean, you'd have to assume Titans getting some momentum here. Are really liking what's going on here. Run for Josh Jacobs. Gets enough for the first. And they're doing a solid job. This is their best drive of the game so far.
It's coming at an important moment, too. 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. They need to put up points.
Dak didn't like what he saw on the defensive side of things. Going to change the play. 3 receivers to the right, motioning Paris Campbell over to the left. Looks like it's man defense. And Dak gets hit hard. Incomplete. You did nothing on the play, Davis, but sure.
Davis hyping up his guys.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that was a nice hit. Dak again. In the gun, gonna go quick RPO. Oh, that was out to the tight ends. Devin to CSC again.
Tight end game has been cooking for the Titans.
Yeah, his favorite target. Now he did something. The number 36. 3rd and 7. This is, I mean, obviously 4 down territory no matter what. Dak looking for something. You got to get rid of it. No, that's a disaster, Dak. Joey Bosa, I believe, with his first sack.
Empty. Dak Prescott, do you have it?
That's intercepted. That might be it. That's probably it. It's Jalen. Not Jalen Petrie, right? No, it's not Jalen Petrie. Who's number 5 for you guys?
Eric Murray again. That's his second snag.
Wow. I mean, that's a disastrous. Obviously, the O-line still not doing their job.
Prescott tried to do too much on that play as well. He was running and running backwards, and he needed to just throw it away, live and see another down.
Yeah, and I
made it 4th and
forever. And I feel like he's not going to be able to see another down. I don't think the Colts are gonna let the Titans have the ball again.
Coming out in this full house formation, Leonard Fournette is trying to say good night to this Titans home crowd who are getting quiet. Just morale killer. This running back.
Yeah, and they only need one more run here, and the Titans aren't even taking timeouts. I feel like they know what the situation is, and it's unlikely that they're going to win this game right now.
Leonard Fournette is powering forward.
Yeah.
Gets about 3 there. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of that early 2010s Smash Mouth football, running the ball in very, just feels like a very old school game we've called here.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette been the offensive star, I would say, for the Colts, but saw a lot of action. Trey Lance holds it, and he's gone.
That's a great play.
Wow.
And now the Titans taking timeouts.
First timeout. I don't know how much it's going to mean now. It's another first down.
I mean, if they hold them to a field goal, hold them to a field goal, it's still a 2-score game. It's just very unlikely it will get to that point. I mean, it might, right? But you're only going to have maybe a minute to work with to get 2 scores.
Timeouts.
And no timeouts in a minute to work with is going to be rough.
And a 2-pointer if it is you have a lot of odds stacked against you, but for now, the Colts will try to put it away on this drive. Hand off to Junior. Very solid run.
Yeah, I mean,
one more timeout. They're going to take probably one more run, burn the clock down and kick 3 there.
Huh.
Empty. Never mind. Maybe Trey Lance is looking for a run.
There
He's
you go.
quarterback draw.
And that's
Almost
actually
1 yard.
That might be even that might be a really smart play from Trey Lance. Actually, I don't know if he did it on purpose.
No, that looked like it was an intentional blast.
But
he instantly took off.
I think it's interesting how they're gonna go for it. I think this is a good call. I think this is a great call. I mean, you're running the clock down still.
If you don't get it, they're gonna be at the 5 anyways.
Right. And they're gonna pass it. Now that I don't know. Oh,
Trey Lance walks it in.
Yeesh. That's gonna close it.
Tennessee is dead silent. Good Lord, Trey Lance, make a fucking name for yourself, kid.
Yeah, I think the Colts have found their guy.
I think Trey Lance has brought some spark back to the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
White boy old Beckham celebrating with his boys out there. Yeah, no, you could see Bruce Arians. I mean, with all the horrible seasons, we were thinking he's probably getting fired. You know, that Super Bowl early saved him, and how he's celebrating Trey Lance not only because of how good he is for this team. Trey Lance might have saved his job.
Oh yeah, I mean, he really fought hard for Kirk Cousins. Obviously, he drafted him highly in that draft class, and he really gave him all the tools. It didn't seem like it ever worked out, and I think there was a lot of questions on is Bruce Arians going to be able to bring this team back to a Super Bowl? And I mean, right now they are 2 games away from being there again.
Titans would need more than a Music City miracle to pull this one off.
Yeah, I mean, down 3 scores with a minute left, no timeouts. It's almost impossible, and that's going to make it pretty much impossible. Tillery,
yeah,
that's a great play, and I mean, this Colts D line has been so good today, and there's
running for his life.
Oh man,
yeah,
this is kind of reminiscent. Again, I feel like this is a big deal for teams getting to the Super Bowl, is these pass rushes being so elite. I mean, we saw it last Super Bowl. The Texans pass rush was so good against the Saints.
Here he comes again.
Oh man, Tillery's having himself an insane game. One last play for the Titans to try to do something for pride.
To launch it? No. I mean, we saw the Titans defensive line was doing pretty well. They had 3 sacks on the game, but I mean, Trey Lance made a lot of plays around that defensive line, and that was the separator, these 2 teams.
Yeah. And I mean, the Colts with a statement win here over their division rival, 19-0. That's an impressive game, especially for
on the road as a 7 seed.
Yeah, and against a team that has the weapons that they do. You have CeeDee Lamb, you have Tyler Boyd, who didn't even get targeted all game. You got Paris Campbell, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs. You have some great weapons, and really limited them to having to throw it to Devin Asisi and Josh Jacobs through the air, which is not his strong suit.
Definitely not.
I think the Colts' game plan defensively was really great today. I mean, they didn't even have to do a ton offensively. They did enough, and that's all that matters.
They definitely did.
I mean, look at Lance, man.
Let me go player stats here. Yeah, Trey Lance, 88 completion percentage, only missed 2 passes.
Yeah, I mean,
he
looked good. Yeah. He did what he had to do. He didn't have to do anything crazy, but he just was safe with the football, and that's really what it came down to. Dak was not as safe with the football, and Lance did great.
Pair of interceptions there for Dak Prescott on the run. Leonard Fournette played great, but Trey Lance was the guy on the ground. He had back-breaking runs.
Mm-hmm.
And he, I did say this is the first time the Colts have a quarterback with legs, and it's really showing. And Lynn Bowden played a decent little role as well. He had that big 3rd down run.
Yeah.
Who knows? That could have been a really big play in this game.
It's true. The Titans' running game was just abysmal. They couldn't get anything going. They only ran it 7 times, and 2 of them were not designed. So, or one of them was. Yeah, I should say
it was.
A rough day.
Including the quarterback runs, it was 24 carries, I believe. Nope. Yeah, 24 carries for the Colts to 8 carries. Sorry, 25. I forgot Beckham had that one carry.
Yeah. Odell
25
Beckham's
runs to
way down
7,
his-
and they just controlled the clock. I mean, we're gonna have to take a look at we can go back to team stats actually.
Yeah,
Time of possession. Where's time
I
of
think it's
possession?
further down.
Possession time actually a little more even than I thought, but
If
I feel like a lot of
had-
their time, a lot of the time also the Titans that was in garbage time, so they could have definitely
That's true.
had that inflated.
Yeah.
I feel like before that it was like, yeah,
The
definitely
Colts-
Titans had like 9 minutes maybe.
Yeah, the Colts had some long drives, especially in the first half. It felt like they were controlling the game.
Absolutely. OJ Howard was the big player, and Devin Asiasi was the other one. Tight end oriented pass games.
Yeah.
They're the only players with over. Sorry, Odell Beckham had some big catches and Jaden Reed, but
Yeah, it was.
yeah,
it
Paris
was a
Campbell.
Interesting, very interesting game today.
Yep, Leonard Fournette with that one catch, receiving touchdown. Yep.
And I
Obviously
have to
Trey Lance
say,
with that.
even though the Titans defensive line was pretty solid, I think overall the Colts O line did much better than I think people expected, and that's kind of been the story of the season. The Colts O line overall. I mean, obviously,
Justin Schaefer.
obviously
yeah,
he
he's
was
not
the
great.
weak spot, but I mean, Paris Johnson giving up a sack to Akeem Ayers is not a shocker, right? That's gonna happen, but like the run game, they were pretty good, and overall holding up in the pass game, they were much better than the Titans were. So
Absolutely. We saw Jerry Tillery was the main game wrecker for the Colts. 2 tackles for loss,
great.
2 sacks. Leonard Williams also tackled for loss and a sack. We saw Kenny Willekes
sure,
getting in there for some reps.
I think that was that one sandwich sack on
right.
on,
It was,
on Dak.
yeah, and then Brian also got involved on that play, I believe. Marcus Smith and Epinesa also notched that other sack there.
Yeah.
We saw Smith quite a bit actually. I feel like he was in on a few plays, those big tackles for loss, but
Yeah, we did 3 tackles for loss. He had a solid game. It's just, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Eric Murray was good. Obviously.
Man of the hour for Indianapolis, yeah. Both interceptions. He was the boundary corner. He locked up the main receiving options. Let's go back to that real quick.
Tyler Boyd did nothing. He had 0 targets.
Yeah. Asiasi was their main receiver. Their next highest was Paris Campbell on 3 catches. And then CeeDee Lamb with only 2 for 17. Yeah. Wow. Strapped up.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big question on how that battle was going to happen because the Colts DBs are great. The Titans receivers are great. Who was going to win? And clearly, it was the Colts DBs today.
You see Bobby Wagner with 2 pass deflections. Eric Rowe had that one. Funga had that big one as well, along with Terrell Burgess. Petrie and Fabian Moreau with some good plays as well. But at the end of the day, the Indianapolis Colts defense was better.
And that's really what it came down to. Shout out to Tanner Brown. He was good. He did what he had to do. I mean, he made every kick, which is what they needed.
Absolutely. Quick look at the punting stats. Obviously, Sam Martin punted more than Ethan Evans did. Good for Sam Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great game from the Colts. Coaching wise, I think they outcoached Julia Connors, and you have to wonder. Is Julia Connors?
Connors might be under some fire.
I mean, sure, she went 13-4 with this team. Obviously, they've drafted well. They have a really solid team, but you lose like that in your home, your second seed, lose to your division rival. That's a tough look.
Very interesting. The Colts will be going to Acrisure Stadium to take on the Pittsburgh Dynasty Steelers. And we'll see if Trey Lance magic can continue.
That's going to be a statement game. If the Colts can win that game, I think they might be able to make it to the Super Bowl and possibly win, because that Steelers team is formidable.
Yeah, no, even if the Colts just make a good effort, I think they already know Trey Lance is the guy. They just need to make this game competitive. Who knows? I mean, you could see the Texans probably in the championship. Definitely, there's a chance they're gonna have to take on the Andrew Luck-led Bolts. Do you want to do that sim real quick? You want to go game by game real fast if you have the time? All right.
As in, like, do you want to, like, which way? Like, just
you want to sim to the divisional and then we can see the results.
That way,
Yeah.
was gonna say, I was like, do you want to commentate every game? I was like, I don't know.
No.
It's a little late for that. Yeah.
Texans do
Ooh.
beat the Chargers
1 point
on the
game.
road. All three wild card games, the road team won. Not a single
Very
home team won
interesting.
on the AFC side. Wow. So yeah, the Josh Allen-led Ravens beat the Bills. Now they're going to be taking on the Lamar Jackson Texans.
That's a fun matchup.
Josh Allen, Lamar Bowl, and then you have the Patrick Mahomes, Trey Lance Bowl, equally as elite, of course.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. Two teams that could see a rematch. That'd be very interesting. But so yeah, on the NFC side, Packers overcame the Buccaneers. Lions pull off a big game there in Mercedes-Benz.
Jordan Love was
Eagles
horrible in that game for the Falcons. Oh man, they let Miles Sanders do everything that he wanted to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I suppose we can take a look at the Texans game real fast as well, just to see. Very close game. Chargers led by 14 at the end of the first quarter, and then Houston scored 14 points in the second to tie it up going into the halftime. Houston scored 7 in the third quarter compared to Chargers 3, and then while Chargers did score 10 points in the fourth quarter, the Houston just needed that one extra touchdown to give them that 1 point win. The run and passing game, I mean, the Andrew Luck played terribly, I believe. I mean, not terribly. 2 touchdowns, but 1 interception, only 100 yards.
They didn't have him throw a ton, which was very interesting, considering, I mean, of how good of a quarterback he is. Like, I get Nick Chubb's great, and then Trey Sermon seems to be a pretty good backup, but like taking the ball out of his hands is just such a choice, in my opinion. Especially when you don't have MJD as that guy, you know.
I agree. Yeah, but Andrew Luck was efficient. I mean, 78% completion percentage, but that one interception could have likely made the difference. Nick Chubb, he leaned on him a lot in that game. Jay Ajayi also got some runs. But yeah, Lamar Jackson was man of the hour. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also had 31 yards on the ground as well. Trey Sermon got involved quite a bit. Luck did as well. Rashawn Johnson for the Texans had one of their touchdowns. Yeah, very interesting. And then we'll check receiving. Juju Smith-Schuster, Van Jefferson, and Hunter Henry leading the way receiving-wise. Yeah, the passing Texans was clicking. A lot better than the Chargers were. Defensively, Greg Rousseau and J.J. Watt both sack individually. Kayvon Thibodeau with 1.5 sacks. Adrian Claiborne had half a sack to clean up with Thibodeau there. The sole interception, Desmond Trufant, 10-year corner, making a big play, likely a game-changing for the Houston Texans there.
Yeah. I will say one thing to note. Buccaneers, they did lose, but Anthony Richardson is their starting quarterback as a rookie, and he looks pretty decent. So he is a guy to keep an eye on, as potentially the Bucs could maybe look to be a new team. In the
Anthony
mix.
Richardson kept it close, but unfortunately Melvin Gordon just put the work in, handled business there for 89 yards, 5.5 pop. Laviska Shenault's there with the touchdown for the Packers as well. But good effort by the Bucs. We'll see how this divisional shakes out. I mean, very interesting. Josh Allen Ravens versus the Lamar Jackson Texans, and then you have the dynasty that is the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on an up-and-coming Colts team coming off a decades-long playoff drought. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah. All right. Simming it.
Moment of truth. We'll see how these teams play.
I'm very.
Who do you have?
I have to pick Steelers and other.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
49-21. Trey Lance has put his ball sack on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's insane.
500 yards. Okay, a lot of digest here.
Yeah.
Okay. So just rushing game, 242 yards to 82 yards. 82 yards is respectable, but wow. 242 rushing yards for the Indianapolis Colts. And then passing wise was even, but 17 first downs to 12. What? No turnovers. No turnover football. Either team. What happened? They converted on more red zone trips.
Yeah, I think the Colts were just more efficient. I mean, you look at Mahomes had a good game. Just Trey had a better game. Fournette had a
Trey
great
Lance.
game.
That's a perfect passer rating, if I'm not mistaken. 156, 4 touchdowns, 81% completion percentage. He walks into Acrisure Stadium as the 7 seed and outduels Patrick Mahomes. Wow.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette had a 56-yard screenplay for a
Alton
touchdown.
handled too. But yeah, no. This running duo actually very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is very impressive. I mean, again, are the Colts the favorites to win the Super Bowl now? I mean, you see them take down obviously their division rival Titans, who looked really good, but then the Steelers, who are an insanely good team, and they get
Dynasty
walloped.
Yeah, no, the Steelers didn't even play, they didn't even shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, Beckham carried the Steelers, 445, 2 touchdowns. Beckham had a great game. Leonard Fournette with a 56-yard touchdown catch. He had 200 yards on the game. Very impressive by Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, I mean, I am very surprised on how that went.
Jaden Reed catches his first touchdown here in the postseason.
Very nice.
Good for him, and what a time to make it. Wow, we'll take one look at these defensive stats real quick. Taven Bryan and Jerry Tillery with a sack each. Joey Bosa, Leonard Williams tag teaming for another. No interceptions, like we said. Very quiet game defensively, but these 2 sacks could have been the difference maker. I mean, they could not stop Indianapolis, who scored 14 points in 3 of the 4 quarters that they played.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Colts offense, I mean, they look incredible. And it's unfortunate, but it is the case that the Texans fall to the Ravens. And Lamar, again, much like Lamar, carried the team, but everyone else around him could not provide. He threw a touchdown. He ran for a touchdown. Kareem Hunt had a great game on the ground. Diami Brown scored one on the ground as well. T. Higgins went crazy today.
Yeah, everyone around Josh Allen really just helped him propel over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can add. I mean, Lamar did his job.
The only passing touchdown on the game was to Hunter Henry.
Yeah,
interestingly enough,
it's a tough loss for the Texans, but I mean, hey, they got a win in the playoffs, which I think it's a move back into the right direction for a team that you were worried was falling off. But you do have to worry about J.J. Watt retiring soon.
Yeah, and speaking of J.J. Watt, he put up 2.5 sacks against the Ravens. I mean, really probably kept this game closer than it could have been.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the Texans' offense fell flat.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the NFC Championship is Deshaun Watson versus RG3.
Wow, RG3's looking to get back in that dynasty state. We've seen him go Super Bowl after Super Bowl. I think, was Seattle in a Super Bowl at some point? I don't remember. I don't think so, but they've been solid. I'm pretty sure. They're gunning for their. I thought I remember seeing them once in the Super Bowl, but I might be not remembering correctly.
The Seahawks have not. No,
They'll be going for their first appearance in this franchise against Eagles, who've been there 2 to 3 times, I believe, at this point.
Yeah, quite a bit. They won 3 seasons ago against the Browns. They also beat the Steelers 2 seasons prior. They lost to the Bills the season prior to that. And they also lost to the Titans in season 2 of this franchise. So,
what a divisional round! Indianapolis scoring the most points in the playoffs to this point. Trey Lance is the guy, is he not?
And the question is, will the bird teams make the Super Bowl, or will it be the only bird team? able to
Yep.
take down the
Will
rest
it
of the
be-
birds.
Yeah, will it be a bird bowl or will a horse trample on through? We'll have to see. Well, a colt, I guess. Well, yeah,
All right,
there you go.
let's advance.
Ready?
Ready?
Some of the big game here. Josh Allen versus Trey Lance. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Seattle.
Josh Allen does take down Trey Lance in the
That's a
championship game.
good
Go to the
game too.
big game. Yeah, I mean, wow. They
score.
more yards, more
Oh,
passing
man.
yards.
Trey Lance played his ass off, but Josh Allen, literally maybe one of the best games you could ever play in football, and didn't had a worse passer rating than Trey Lance. I don't know about that. 2 incompletions.
94% completion.
2 incompletions. He did
94%.
35 passes. That's insane.
Yeah, no, but you could argue that Trey Lance took one less sack. He had almost 50 more yards. Like, you have the help of Kareem Hunt, who scored 2 touchdowns, and Leonard Fournette
The
could
Colts
not
run game,
get going.
I think they had to get away from it early.
Yeah.
Odell
let me
Beckham.
check this.
Oh my God.
Check.
You want to talk about who got them the fucking game?
Oh,
It's Odell
holy
Beckham.
shit!
He literally he had a majority of Trey Lance's stats. All 4 of his touchdowns,
That boy can ball.
3/4 of his yardage. Oh my goodness. Odell Beckham went insane.
Wow.
It was literally just Trey Lance throwing up to Odell, and it worked 12 times. Wow. I mean, it's not going to count towards the in-game stats, but I think that might be the record. I'm not sure if Thomas Streeter broke it or not.
Yeah.
That's insane. 25 yards on average per catch is wild. That is a fourth on the field,
12.
by the way. That is a fourth of the field.
Great call there. Great
Yeah.
catch there. I mean, Odell Beckham, 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. Had a 70-yard bomb thrown to him as well. God damn.
You have to assume that, I mean, this duo, specifically Lance and Beckham, have an incredible chemistry that are going to be a force to reckon with.
You talked about how Kirk Cousins was able to get Odell to 2,000 yards. And just from this playoffs alone, you can only dream of what Trey Lance and Odell could do in the future. Hopefully this isn't a one and done. I mean, I would expect Trey Lance to just take a big step after this season. What a season for the squad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think many people expected this team to do what they did, especially with the questions at quarterback with how Trey Lance was going to do in the O-line. And they definitely performed well. So
we did see a Bruce Arians extension by the end of this year as well. After that huge playoff run, obviously he gets paid to keep coaching for this team. Let me go check the lineup real quick. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the Jaguars can figure out their quarterback situation here. We'll see if Locker's playing more football, and hopefully some more AFC South teams can make big runs. But the Colts are in line for a big upcoming run here.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the next big piece for this Colts team, I think in the draft, is getting one of those top tackles. This is a good tackle class. Getting a guy like a J.C. Latham, Olu Fashanu, Talise Fulaga, I think all those guys, even Tyler Guyton, Jordan Morgan,
it's going to be an interesting situation though for the Colts to manage because they're not getting those. They're used to getting those top 10 draft picks every time, and they're going to be picking at 28 or 29, maybe even 30. Yeah. So it's going to be hard to find a great tackle at that point. So we'll see what they do. Maybe even in free agency if they can bolster the position.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
That's. I mean, the only concern is their salary cap is tight. They have barely above the amounts.
What's their upcoming contracts?
That's going to be the concern. Is what is the salary cap going to look like for the Colts?
So upcoming, Joey Bosa needs to get paid. Tanner Brown.
These are all guys I think that are already signed.
Oh wait. Really?
Maybe I don't know. I'm not seeing any.
Is 1 year just the last year? Yeah, no, you might be. Let me check this.
Hold on.
Commanders.
23.
Yeah, I think one means that like this is their last year.
Yeah, so yeah, it is. So
Ooh, Bobby Wagner too, and Austin Jackson,
well, he can go.
and Bowden.
Yeah,
You got some guys.
I mean, I think it's going to be a tough. You're going to lose some guys here, obviously. Joey, I mean, you're going to have to bite the bullet on losing one on some of these guys. This might have actually been.
Eric Rowe.
This might. It's tough to say, but this could have been their best shot.
That might have been their window, yeah.
But at the same time, you're really gonna have to just choose, like, if you're gonna franchise tag Bobby Wagner or Joey Bosa, because like you can replace Eric Rowe. You have Sauce Gardner. You can replace Austin Jackson with anyone. You can replace Lynn Bowden. So you're really just either losing Bobby Wagner or Joey Bosa or both.
As heartbreaking as it is, you might consider letting Bobby walk, tagging Bosa so you can pay him next year. I think that might be the situation. Wagner's such a franchise changer for this team, and he's been one of their bright spots even throughout the drought. He's consistently amazing. But Joey Bosa still has 5 years his youth, and just as good as him at his respective position. I think we'll see what they do. Or I don't even know, maybe they don't even tag Bosa. They might be confident in linebacker playing the rusher and letting Bosa walk as well. That would be tough. You'd think that they'd bring Bosa back, but we'll see. Rowe is probably walking. Maybe not. We'll see how the Colts navigate.
I would say they should let him walk.
I agree with that too, though. Yeah, they have the depth. It's probably what they were preparing for. Was these elite corners to get contracts? Can't pay all of them.
Yeah, and it's very fair. And I mean, maybe they don't go. They do have Quay Walker as well. Don't forget that they have Quay Walker. I think the real big loss would be Joey Bosa. I think that's the biggest drop off. So, I mean, if you're really considering keeping anyone, maybe that is the right call. It might be.
Just taking a look at the Jaguars. TJ Clemmings, left tackle, might walk here.
There's a bunch of guys I was looking, and I mean, Jake Walker's probably gone. They only have 13 million cap space. I'm a little worried about losing Casey Hayward, but he's 33, and also Will Rackley, who's also 33, but he's been kind of on the downturn. It's just he's been one of the only guys that stayed with the Jags since I was coaching them. So,
yeah, a lot of expiring contracts, not much money to navigate. Probably we'll see a lot of these guys walk, but they're not. None of these guys are, I would say, as franchise breaking. Honestly, one of the bigger ones, in my opinion, is Jalen Myrick. I feel like he's solid. Tomlinson, solid player there. You have Ted Karras at right guard. I think he was pretty solid. Kendrick Bourne. You have solid players, but luckily Will Rackley will see himself out, I believe. Probably. So I think Jaguars fans will be a little happy about that. Yeah. I think this team definitely in need of a retooling. Maybe even wouldn't say a full-on rebuild, but definitely a retool.
Yeah.
To hopefully get under cap space. And Colts have 190K. Jesus Christ, they are poor.
I will say the Texans have under $5 million, and Matt Prater is on his way out, and Desmond Trufant also needing a contract. Not a ton of big guys. I mean, Van Jefferson, he's been decent, but like not a ton of names for this Texans team leaving. But I don't think they're going to re-sign anyone really. And then the Titans have 24 million still, and they were 13-4. So they have a very good shot at retooling this team, although they have to re-sign potentially Akeem Ayers and Jarrell Casey, depending on if they stay or retire. And also Marcus Smith is looking to leave. So some big names.
Good calls there. Yeah, we'll see how this draft turns out. But what a good season. That was a fun season to look back on.
Ooh.
We'll have the Seahawks Ravens Super Bowl coming up here. Oh, I saw something there. Oh, let's run through these awards real quick.
MVP Andrew Luck with the Chargers, number 5. So Dak Prescott at 8. Sure.
Dak at 8.
Trey
Wow.
Lance is interesting. Julia
Trey
Connors
Lance,
wins Coach of the Year.
I feel like Coach of the Year, wow, Julia Connors. I feel like Trey Lance was, just real quick on the MVP thing, I think he was definitely pretty good in the regular season, but he stepped up in the playoffs. He definitely, if playoffs were, he would be in the top 3 for that group, but
I think that's
Julia Connors here. Julia, notice how Julia spelled wrong, by the way. It's not how you spell Julia, but props to Julia Connors.
Julia Connors.
Julia Connors.
Julia. Yeah. I mean, Offensive Player of the Year, you're probably pretty happy about. Odell.
Let me check this. Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah, he's going to be a sad day. I believe he's, ever since Peyton Manning, he's probably the most impactful player to ever play Colts football.
Yeah, Dak Prescott.
A legend.
It's number 6 somehow.
Wow.
I don't know how.
Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Oh, you're like Defensive Player of the Year.
8
there
picks.
You go.
He's on the way down, unfortunately, but on his way.
Yeah, it's a good way for him to hang up that.
Jordan Addison, Rookie of the Year for the Texans. That's gonna be a big one.
Big one there for the Texans, getting a younger guy, some much needed development.
Odell, best receiver. And I mean, nothing too crazy otherwise with these awards, but yeah. Odell is very good. We know that. So nothing new there.
Historic year.
So Ravens, Seahawks, Super Bowl to cap it off. Let's see who is going to take this one home. I'd rather not see Deshaun Watson win a Super Bowl, personally.
Yeah, I think we'd be okay with Robert Griffin taking another Super Bowl. Or not Robert Griffin, sorry. Seahawks.
Josh Allen.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
plays.
terrible.
He gets Super Bowl MVP, outplays Deshaun Watson.
Man, that's tough.
I would say if DeAndre Baker was in the Super Bowl, I don't think Deshaun Watson would have survived.
Probably
but
not.
Fortunately for him, he just has to take on Josh Allen.
Yeah. Are you curious about mock draft 4, or do you want to be a little bit secret?
I think we should. Oh, I would like to look at the players. Is there a way to look at the class without looking at the?
Yeah.
I can just do scout. Yeah, I'll just do scout college players here.
I mean, this is a good class, for sure.
Let's look at some picks here. Yeah. Caleb, Jaden, Drake May. I don't think at this point there's going to be as many teams needing a quarterback, but I definitely think Caleb's one of the first picks off the board. Marvin Harrison, obviously insane. Joe Alt going to be pretty early. JJ McCarthy's claimed by DeWolf.
I will say one thing to note. Never mind. This is the Saints. The Saints have heavy scouting on the quarterbacks, so that is one team which is interesting because they have Carson Wentz, but they're interested, I guess.
Carson Wentz, how old is he? He's getting pretty old at this point, I think.
32, something like that.
It's not terrible.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Saints losing some names here. Cam Jordan mainly. No, really just Cam Jordan. But they're gonna have to pay Justin Jefferson next year. Oh boy, he might be in free agency. No, Carson Wentz still has 2 years on his deal, so maybe they're looking for eventual replacement. But retirements, that's a big one.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I'll check the retirements. Good call there. Right before we.
That's gonna suck for you.
Oh no! Don't tell me. Here, let me go. Go the AFC South. Bobby Wagner's gone. It had to happen. He was probably he wasn't gonna get extended.
He wanted to be.
He knew that. He didn't. He wanted to end as a Colt. I love that for Bobby Wagner. Colts legend. Never gave up on this team. I wish we got to win him a ring, but still, what a good career.
Very sad that he never got a ring. Any other big names?
Great career though.
Pat Pete retires. Gronk retires. Darius Slay retires.
Nick Folk. Yeah.
Robert Griffin, the guard, not the quarterback, retires.
Mike Pouncey, the center. Josh Gordon.
Chandler Jones. That was a big Saints player there.
James White.
DeWolf Bowanko, that center.
Vladimir Ducasi.
He was in the Super Bowl. He was bad.
Russell Wilson's out.
Damn. Rip Russ.
Jonathan Cooper at guard. I saw someone had Jonathan Cooper at guard. I might be
I don't know,
mistaken.
but Colby Fleener, I don't know if you saw him yet. No, you didn't see him yet. He's further down.
Colby Fleener. Colby Fleener. Let's take a look. Oh, Colby Fleener, Ryan Tannehill, Xavier Rhodes, Brandon Spikes, Kevin Kowalski, Van Roten, Prince, Bruce Campbell, Janoris Searcy, Justin Pugh. Yeah, not crazy, but yeah, Bobby Wagner's name there.
That's
one of the biggest. Russell Wilson.
Gronk, Pat
Yeah,
P.
wow.
Yeah, that's. It's also sad
Let's
that
see if...
Pat P could not go out on top. He lost in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Wow. This is gonna be a memorable year, though. Let's check the 2026 recap to close out.
Ew. Deshaun Watson. Ew.
Deshaun Watson's gonna be right there for history.
Terrible.
Defensive Player of the Year. The global Defensive Player of the Year will be Luke Kuechly. So he's immortalized right there.
Good.
Titans, Julia Connors. Unfortunately, I gotta check this Justin Jefferson season because apparently he was better than Odell Beckham Jr. We're gonna have to.
I think he had a ton of touchdowns. I want to say. I don't know.
So let's check this receiving. Let's compare. We'll compare them side by side, basically. Saints.
I guess I see why they gave it to him.
Okay, yeah, 17 touchdowns. He might have also gotten some work in the rushing game.
He had a rushing touchdown.
Jefferson had 69 yards. And
I'd say he slightly got it overall. I think it's fair. But two LSU receivers on top there.
Wow. 1,500 yards.
But I mean, even if Odell doesn't win, the overall.
He knows how good he is. We all know how good.
Yeah, he's insane. Does not really matter.
He's a legend.
If he gets the awards or not, he's still up there.
I wonder if he regressed. I mean, he's getting older. He's what, age 30 at this point? Plus, he's getting a little older.
Probably.
He's playing for. Still in the 99 club with morale. 31 years old. Yeah, okay, he's white, dude. He's just straight up white. That was not a mistake.
Hell yeah, brother.
What a legend. That made him play even better. He's so elite. Wow.
I gotta say, though, Luke Kuechly is still insane. He is, without the morale, a natural 92 overall at 33 years old, and that's after regression.
Yeah, he might be playing for 2 more seasons. He might have
play for life. He's staying until he's 90.
He should just play until he's fucking dead.
Yeah, until he dies on the field. That's what Luke Kuechly would have wanted if he didn't get concussions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in real life, Luke Kuechly was like smart. He didn't want to play in when his body was at all not at its peak. That's why he retired kind of early.
He is at his peak always.
In this game, man. He's always at his peak.
Jake Locker is a 73 overall. He's 36. He didn't retire.
That's the end of that. Wait, so who's starting at quarterback now?
It's
Mac Jones again?
Him right now. No, wait,
really? Oh no! Wait? Mac Jones left? Oh.
No, he's a Titan.
Uh-oh. Mac Jones is a Titan?
He's been a Titan.
Mac Jones?
Yeah, Mac Jones.
Wait. Oh, you're right. I'm mistaken. I for some reason thought Mac Jones was a Jaguar. No. I'm thinking of real life when he was on the Jaguars.
Oh yeah, probably that. No, I'd rather not have Mac Jones either. But
Hendon Hooker might. Wow. You might be in line to take a quarterback. Considering that guys might slide. You're actually. What pick do you have?
That's a great question. Let me look. Pick 9, so actually pretty good spot with this class.
You could definitely get a quarterback. You might, maybe Caleb Williams gets taken by then, but I think you still have Drake May and Jaden Daniels there, maybe, or at least one of those guys.
Yeah.
Unless,
I would hope so.
In worst case, there's other quarterbacks you could definitely take.
Penis Jr. No.
Michael DeWolf Penis Jr.
Michael Tina Pearl DeWolf Penis Jr. Terrible. Can't have it. But thank you for joining me on this
No problem.
back end of this.
Thank you for having me again. That was
Yeah,
fun. It was fun.
it's unfortunate that the Colts couldn't make it to the Super Bowl because that would have been a very fun one. But hopefully, we'll get another AFC South team back in the big game. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, definitely. I don't know when I'm gonna. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on what life brings. I have no idea. We'll see what I decide to do.
Yeah, don't forget your Sam's franchise.
Of
We
course,
can
I'm
always
trying
just
to
come
work
back
that
to
in.
it whenever.
I'm
Yep.
I'm thinking of doing like back and forth right now.
Yeah, maybe. There's only so much until this franchise is gonna get to that unplayable state, like 2052 or whatever.
That's gonna be a little bit. We're at 2036, so we got some time.
We got True.
Hopefully,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
we see a Jags Super Bowl in my lifetime.
They gotta get one. Yeah.
Please.
You're the only one. That's not.
It's a shame because
I
I
made
was
it.
so close. I was one play away from beating CJ. One play. I lost because Kenny Britt had to go up the seam on a vertical and win.
Well, you got the foundation. You just gotta get
We
your
don't
quarterback.
anymore. He's gone. Andrew Luck's gone.
Well, that your
Keep
pick is your
these-
foundation. Draft your foundation right here.
Can't wait to
Yeah.
draft Michael Penis Jr. Terrible.
Malik Neighbor. Sorry, the wrong class. Wow, completely wrong class.
No, he's in it.
Malik Neighbors. That's. I thought that was next year.
No, he's in it.
Oh wow.
We'll take him too. We'll trade up. Even though they
Yeah,
don't
this
trade.
this is Malik Neighbors. Yeah. We're already. We
we're-
started all the way in 2012. Back when we were drafting fucking CJ. No, CJ Spiller was drafted by then. Who was that? Was that one class?
We draft. It was the Bobby Wagner, Luke Kuechly, Andrew Luck class.
Yep, that 2012 class. Elite class. Yeah, maybe 26. Once we all get it, we gotta run back another franchise like this.
Definitely could. Maybe not 2012 because we just did it. Unless we do
We
different.
should go
teams.
back to maybe there's a 2000s, all the way back to.
Yeah, by time that you and CJ get 26, they'll hopefully make some new ones of those rosters. But
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. It's pretty late at night, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you go here. But wow, good. I'll close this.
all right. Well, there you are.
I didn't mean to leave so abruptly. I was trying to end the stream.
Yeah, that's all right.
No, yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for joining, and I will definitely bring you back for another one. So,
Awesome.
alrighty.
Go South.
Thank you guys for all watching. Probably no one at this point because it's 2.5 hours plus in. But
If you were seeing this point in the video, type put in the comments what's a good one.
Michael
Bob
Penis.
Rip, Michael Penis, Bobby Wagner, just whatever. Something in there.
Or talk about
Deshaun Watson.
child.
Yeah, DeWolf. Yeah, oh yeah.
The Wolf.
Juila Connors.
Yeah.
Throw something in
Uh,
there. We'll know. We'll
just
know if
anything. DeWolf, I hope
We'll know
you're
if you're
still
listening.
watching. You better be.
we see you, DeWolf.
CJ, if you're watching, you better be. All right.
Can't miss it.
Well, that is all. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.